Hey, everybody. Look what we have tonight. We have Track with us. So, welcome. The link is pinned. If you want to join the panel, click it, hop on, and let's hear from Track. What's up?
Yeah, happy Friday. Yeah, another beautiful week down.
What's the sky like where you are? Everyone was showing the most gorgeous skies earlier.
Oh, right now,
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock. Let's go see. Let's
Oh,
go
I
see
guess
what the
never
sky
mind.
looks.
What was it like earlier today? was it was it blue?
Well, I mean, it's dark now, but oh, it was those fluffy clouds. It was pushing 90 degrees.
Oh, wow. Pooh. That's warm.
There was uh there was the slightest of breezes. It was you know down. I'm in North Carolina. This and in North Carolina they say, hey, if you don't like the weather, wait an hour or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
however it may be. We get the fall springs. We never know when we're gonna get snow in the winter. We never know. Um, um so but this entire week has been high 70s, high 80s, pushing 90, and just beautiful, clean, clear skies.
Mm.
I think they've said that there's a chance of rain on Sunday, but a chance of rain around here, you know,
It's
it,
every day.
it could be one cloud that just comes through and just sprinkles a couple of places. It, in this type of situation, but we've been under. I can say we've been under. And we get these alerts on our phones. I get it from the HOA. I get them from just the National Weather Service that it's been so dry and so quote unquote comfortably breezy that we've been under a wildfire alert on here.
Oh,
Haven't seen any. However, that's the weather.
wow. So y'all are you in the mountains? That's hiking weather.
So I'm in the what they call the foothills, the
Oh, okay.
Piedmont.
Still, there's probably hiking even there. That's the kind of weather we
There's
wait for up here.
it's what we get around here on the regular is it's very signature. We're not far from the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, are you serious?
Um, I'm serious. Like that.
Do you hike it?
No, I don't.
Oh,
But
I,
people
I
do. And
yeah, I would
some people do
find
it.
it almost
Um,
impossible to stay off of it.
some people will go and make a weekend of it, and they'll do like the North Carolina segment of it.
Hmm.
But it's so much bigger than that. Like you would probably spend, if you went from the start of the Appalachian Trail to the end of the Appalachian Trail, you would probably spend 3 months walking
Yeah,
this trail. And
they
in
I
the average person could do it, but you would have to carry with you, nighttime gear. weather, temperature gear.
Ooh, I wouldn't hike at night.
But
It's
you know,
2,200
elderly
miles.
people do this shit. You feel me? You can pull like if you understand like go golfing to where like you can pull your golf clubs. You can pull your gear like that, and you could do the Appalachian Trail. It's like 2,000 miles.
Yeah,
Uh,
2,200.
I could be I could be wrong on that because I've never done it. I've never looked into it, but it's literally from the north down to Florida.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to Maine. They extended it down to Alabama. I hiked part of it.
Yeah, it's it's a hell of a thing. Like I grew up. I love that movie Forrest Gump, and
Which one?
where I spent a lot of my time growing up was in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is a dead end road of I-40. So when you leave Wilmington, North Carolina on I-40, once you leave, there's a sign that says Barstow, California, like 2,600 miles. And it's like, you know what it mean? You know what I mean when it's like, hey, next exit, half a mile on the right. But when you see a sign that says, when you're leaving the East Coast and it says Barstow, California, 2,600 and whatever miles, it's like my exit is not for a long, long time. And if you do that on foot, it, it'll very much change your mind because you can. I'm a big car fan, and they do this thing called like the Cannonball Run, and it's
Oh,
an
yeah. I
underground.
remember.
It's an underground type of thing, and uh, the Gas Monkey Garage, the guy's got a whole TV show about it. He got a tattoo on his arm saying something like I don't I can't quote it, so I'm not going to say it. But he got the hours and how long it took him to get from New York City to LA. And it was a record. And it was in a Ferrari. And I love Ferraris. I'm a big fan. It was beautiful. But then they did the terminal shutdown. And so nobody's out and about anymore. So that record got smashed like 2 or 3 times uh, during the shutdown.
Oh, ever
But
since.
you think a normal person or a person with a family or a person on vacation, like yeah, you're gonna stop and get a hotel with a swimming pool because you've never seen water before. Your kids have never, been in a swimming pool before. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna stop some here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Alabama's nice. Some parts of the northern part has some good hiking. I would stop in. I'd be the one excited to get to Alabama so I could stop.
I never went there for a reason, but I did travel on I-20, and yeah, I Mississippi, Alabama, beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful
Mississippi's one
country.
of my favorite states. It's so beautiful. Rural Mississippi. I could almost see retiring out there. It's just gorgeous.
And maybe it's just me, but I'm one of those people that you give me a whole bunch of nothing to look at, and I'm gonna think it's beautiful. So those long open roads,
Nothing is beautiful.
coming across the Texas desert, and it's like, oh wow, like I'm 300 miles from Dallas, yet I can see the tops of those buildings. Um, and then you get to Shreveport, you cross over, and you can feel the humidity. But then, you leave the city and it's like, oh, Louisiana's beautiful. It's like everything is green. Everything's trying to, like, all the trees, it's like trying to climb on top of you. And then you go through Mississippi
Very fertile.
and go through Alabama and then you come up through Georgia.
Hey, beat
That's I-20. It's a beautiful ride.
What else is going on?
Let's see.
I did have a riddle. It was a complex math riddle, and I never did give the answer. I can repost it if you want. It's not the kind of riddle I was really looking for, but come on.
It's not anything that needs to be of topic, but as far as sharing, because hey, what are we doing here if we're not sharing? This week was rough. I found out that the last male, my last uncle on my mother's side passed away on Tuesday.
Oh. So is that's it for that line?
No. Plenty. He created plenty. He's a hell of a dude. He's amazing individual. So now it's just my mother and my aunt of that generation. So I heard that. I'm not hurt. It's just the understanding. Again, solidifies that we don't last forever. And I don't have to share with people what that man meant to me with those moments that we spent together. But I will say he was one to look up to. He was one to strive to be. He was an influence, even in those few moments, because we only have moments. And my birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Aries.
Yeah. And I wanted absolutely nothing. And some people reached out and it was like, you're reminding me of, things. And my child was like, hey, are we going to go out to eat? But then she wound up getting in trouble at school. So, it changed the trajectory of the day. Yeah, it's not about me. I
Like
didn't
in a
want
bad
it to
way?
be about me. She got in trouble.
Oh.
So we can't sit here and party in any type of way because, like, hey, you're the one that asked to celebrate that birthday, yet you got in trouble. Kind of a bad way.
Did you do anything for your birthday?
And a bit, that was a good feeling.
Did you get to do anything?
No. Well, I didn't want. Hey, honestly, I gotta say it was perfect because had my child not gotten in trouble at school, I might have been requested to do things or go places that I didn't want. So just coming home, shutting everything down, going to sleep when I wanted to go to sleep was probably the best that could have come out of it. It sounds a bit weird, but you know,
Hello.
Hey, Busker. What's up?
Not much. Hey, happy birthday, Track.
thank you.
Was it today?
It was yesterday, but
Cool.
that's exactly what I was getting at. Is I recognize, the time frame, but there is nothing special about it as far as we have to like go out of our way to say, hey, I would rather celebrate a beautiful lining up of people having time to do things rather than this mandatory date that just kind of fell on a date that's in the middle of the friggin' week. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've got a kind of an opposite story. I don't do shit on my birthday for a long time. Nobody wants to do shit with me, so that's what I got. So I mean, I'd switch it for having something to do on my birthday, but that doesn't happen.
When was your birthday?
What?
When was your birthday?
It's July 22nd.
Oh, it's coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Leo?
No, it's Cancer.
Cancer.
Gotta love what they name these things.
Cancer the crab.
The crab. Why did they call it cancer exactly? I don't
No, let's look it up.
understand the
I should know that.
But if you're gonna go down that road, it's like, yeah, I'm Aries, the ram, but I'm in the from the Chinese. I'm also the pig. So like,
Oh, you're the pig.
how really can I really celebrate this? Like, yes, I do love bacon, but do I really want to celebrate pig? Come on, man.
Cancer is the Latin name for the genus that crabs are in. So it was called cancer because of the Latin.
So how does that relate to the
family
word cancer
Capridae.
as in a disease? How does that relate to that?
How did
Because
what?
it's spelled the same way.
I know. Let me see.
You're talking about crabs.
What's slightly spelled different? Or
It does come. The word does come from the Latin meaning crab, because the tumors with the swollen veins resembles the crab's legs.
Oh God.
Oh, geez.
So it's not that the constellation's named for Cancer; it's the other way around. It was called Cancer because of its crab-like resemblance.
Yeah.
What does it say? What does it say about the Latin origin for Aries?
That's you're the ram. Aries was the god of war, but let's see what
I love to eat steamed crabs, I gotta say.
the constellation is.
Love seafood.
Yeah, it has to be good though.
It has to be fresh.
Yeah, Aries means ram. It's Latin.
So that's all it is RAM.
Yeah, the ram. It's ruled by
So
Mars, which is Aries, Ares, in Greek mythology.
so Cancer is crabs, and crabs is related to a a disease, and Aries is ram. No, you just ram.
Yeah, ram on.
Oh boy. I'm sorry. Still love you. Yeah, no.
Well, how you doing now?
Ew.
Work was busy.
Hmm.
I went into work, like I said. I went into work on my birthday. No issue. No complaints about anything. And I said, today's going to be a good day. No matter what. I'm going to put my best foot forward and nobody's going to get me down. And my partner in crime, he lost his aunt on Wednesday.
Wait, what happened?
He was very close with his aunt, his aunt.
Oh, his aunt. Okay, I thought you said his hands.
Yeah, AUNT.
Yeah.
So he probably partook with the family in saying goodbye to a loved one. That was, not just close in heart, but also close in proximity. So, family get together and so my man was working on zero sleep. And so when it came to the work side of things, like just complete failure. And that's a bit of a judgment, but
Is
at
this
the
the
same time,
overthinker guy or the other guy?
it's the other guy,
The slow guy.
the one that I said, the slow guy, that is good. But
Right.
we have our days. I've had my days. He is more than welcome to have his days, and we're both kind of going through the same thing, except for I'm, detached from emotion, and he spent all night, with family and whatnot, and still showed up to work, and so things were very, very slow. And this is a day where it's like, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to get this done and I'm going to get the hell out of here. And it did not happen like that. And I broke, and I didn't break in the way that where I was like, pointing fingers at anybody. I was pointing fingers at myself, and I even caught myself. It was like, hey, I just broke. I told myself I was going to have a beautiful day. I told myself I was going to be on point. I told myself that nothing was going to get me down. And then a couple simple things happened that were my fault. And I screamed. I screamed
Out
out.
loud?
And oh, yeah, for sure. But nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. There's beeps and honks and loud noises everywhere. It's like people scream all the time. It's like,
Oh.
and I wasn't screaming at.
Maybe a healthy workplace.
I wasn't screaming at a person. I was screaming. I was, literally pointing at my mistake and just like letting it have it. Like I probably said everything in the book.
I would feel so comfortable if I walked into a new job and everybody was screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, oh,
Yeah.
finally, the place for me.
And I caught myself in that moment and was like, this is exactly what I was trying to prevent with my good attitude. So then I had to switch gears and I said, you know what? I'm going to finish the day with the whatever will be attitude. And
Yeah.
then anything that happened after that was smooth and cool, because it was like, hey, I don't care if you go slow. I don't care if somebody makes a mistake. I don't care if I make a mistake. I don't care if they stop and say, hey, you have twice as much to do today. At the end of the day, it's like, hey, whatever it is, I've said, as awesome as I wanted this day to be, as quick and painless as I was trying to like force getting it done. It's like, hey, I switched gears and said, hey, I'm here, and I'm here for you, because ultimately, you know, what makes me happy is exactly that. If I can serve a purpose, if I can get things done, if I can be of use, I have no plans when I leave here. I just, thought maybe I could create something when I left, because it's my birthday and nobody's going to do anything for me. I didn't ask for anything. I don't want anything from anybody, but maybe it would happen. And what happened. And I just said, you know what? This is my birthday gift. A shitty day, which is exactly what really kind of makes me happy, is that I became useful. I became useful to somebody who was in pain. I became useful to a teammate that I didn't put pressure on. He, he got to work at his own pace. I didn't fuck with him. I didn't, go and snitch and be like, oh, hey, he's not doing his fucking job. I didn't do that. I was like, hey, I got you, brother. You do your best and we'll work with it. And I'll get you out of here as soon as you get you out of here, kind of thing. It
But
it
yeah,
became
you
so
were
much less.
adaptable though. That's quite a skill to be able to pivot like that, like to recognize, because you ended up not making it a shitty day through your own choices.
It was not within my projection. You're right. However, it was 100% within my capability, adaptability, my willingness, and my love for him over me. You're having a bad day. You're feeling a certain type of way. I want to get you home and rested and recovering more than I want to go party. But I need you to at least go through the motions. And he was struggling, brother. I will tell you that right now. He was struggling. But I did need him. And like you it became one of those, you are the only one that can get you out of here.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I gotta hop off. I gotta try and get something to eat tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, take care, Busker.
All
It was
right,
good
you
to see
too.
you.
You guys too.
Hey, take care of yourself, dude. Yeah, it's tough sometimes to look at people like that. to put them above yourself. Because
Depends on the
it's
situation.
easy. It's so easy to be like, you're the problem. You're against my goals today. But it's so much easier to be like, just imagine if he was the one that wanted to get out of there early, that had something going on, and he depended on my performance, and I was capable of performing that way. If I went slow on purpose, that would be insulting. That would be unethical. It would be
Unconscionable.
Yeah, exactly. But if I could do it, and I knew exactly that you have something that you need to do today, and plus I've been doing this for a decade, and I know the math, and I know what it takes if we both put our heads down and just grind.
Me too.
I would do everything in my power to get you out of here as soon as possible. But as it was, like, hey, in the situation that it was, the only other option was for me to say, hey, you should just go to talk to the supervisor. You should explain your case, and you should just go. We can get somebody else over here. You should just go. But my man's got to work. If you don't work, you don't earn. And if you don't earn, you don't take care of you and yours. So
Did you work today?
he did not hurt. What's that?
Did you work today?
Oh, no. I've been chilling all day.
So that was the last day you were at work?
Yeah, that was Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, that was one of those things. It was like, okay, yeah, I got to work on my birthday. No big deal, because the moment I clock out, I get 5 days off.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So it's like the moment I clock out, like, I'm basically on vacation on my
Are you
birthday
doing anything
weekend.
with them? Are you going anywhere?
Oh no, oh no.
You have the whole weekend,
I-
and the weather's nice.
We may go out to eat tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Maybe do a diner breakfast, and I'm not sure, man. I don't know if I want burger or if I want wings. I don't know what I love food so much that it's like, when it comes to that, it's like I would rather somebody else choose.
Oh.
But no, it was very, how it all came down was very organic and very elderly. Like, yeah, no friend surprises, no packages with bows, no,
Elderly.
hey, yeah, exactly. It's like, hey,
A nice old person's birthday, like it's supposed to be. Nothing happens.
that is
No
exactly
surprises. Nothing that's gonna send me to the hospital or the nursing home.
Yeah, my wife did we were already engaged, but I turned 30, and she blindfolded me and drove me around the town that I grew up in, and just by the turns that she was taking, I knew where I was. I was telling her, it's like, you're taking a right on this and a left on that, and I can smell the park. Well, she had rented some bikes, and we did a bike lap around like the park lake in the town,
Oh wow.
and then we went and grabbed some beers and down by the beach. And it was like, all right, let's go back to your apartment and we'll hang out for the rest of the night. I was like, okay, cool. And I was thinking, me and her, yada yada yada. Well, she got with all of my buddies.
What you mean got with?
They were all waiting for me when I got there. I've never had a surprise birthday party in my life
Okay.
up to that
That's
point.
like a surprise. They were like all hiding behind the
And
couch.
well, there was no place to hide in this tiny little apartment.
Oh.
But they were all
Were you
there.
surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised. And it was a beautiful moment. It was a once in a lifetime moment.
Did you still end up with the yada yada?
Yes.
Okay. Because that would have been, if that's the pretext she got you up there for. Well, that's cool.
In fact, she probably got a little bit more wasted than I did. To the point where I was like, hey, you guys, thank you for showing up, but you need to leave. Otherwise, she's about to get inappropriate, and she's about to give me my birthday present. Get the fuck out of my apartment, you motherfuckers. I remember it like it was yesterday, dude. She was intense.
Oh. Straight confessions.
It's moments that we have.
Well, good. That sounds like a good birthday.
And she's always the one talking about, I don't like surprises. Just tell me. Just tell me. Just ask me. Just ask me what I want. Tell me what you're going to do. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like surprises. But she's the one that's going to do her best to surprise somebody.
That's always the ones that could pull them off best. Was she like that even back then?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, we're at 13 years, and the 30th was the only surprise. But any hint surprise on her, it was always foiled by a friend or a Facebook post, and a group text, something that she got a hold of. I was like, yeah, this is what we're doing. No jump scares or anything for her. It was just, people in places and, good times. It was enough.
Yeah, I think people in good times are enough. I don't know what. No, you're kidding, Beak. He wrote a program to solve the brain teaser. Well, it is correct. It's the squares.
Oh, what are we working on?
And then of course, the first and the little brain puzzle for today, which he wrote a program. It was a math puzzle, and he wrote a program to solve it. Why are you hanging out on YouTube? Why are you even wasting your time in this space? You don't belong here. Get out of the ghetto. What? Look at this. Wow. If that doesn't get you laid. Well, I'm going to go grab some more coffee. You think you can talk a little bit? I'll be back in a few seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Untrackable, and I'll be right back.
I hope each and every one of you are enjoying your whatever day it is, wherever you are, whatever time frame you're working with. It is 9:40 on the East Coast of the United States of America. It is a beautiful, no longer sunny Friday night.
All right.
Bit chill. You wouldn't even let me be boring for 30 seconds.
Oh, what were you? No, you can be boring. What? Here, I'll go away. What were you being boring about?
I was doing my best, like middle of the night random radio update on the weather.
Well, the number went up. So you're packing them in. I think I'm even more boring.
I'm getting this late night caffeine in, and I don't know what to do with myself. You know, that's kind of a thing is with these panels, you know, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yes.
You never
very
know.
much.
You never know the topic that the host is going to put out there. You can never judge anybody else's mood or demeanor or state of mind or what they're going through. You can never judge their reactions to the way you put yourself out there. You can never judge, like, hey, who's gonna come up here right now? You know, there's you have a handful at a minimum of regulars that could pull up at any moment, and react to
It's
what
Friday
I'm
night.
saying, react to what you're saying, and it's like the randomness. It still winds up being this beautiful thing, because I'm not worried about who comes up and says whatever, and you have only asked me about me, and I've been cool with saying whatever. But it just you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a roll of the dice. This is it's a game every single night, and it's not a game as in oh, I've created a character for this evening. It's a game in who's gonna ask me what, who's gonna trigger my you know my this or that feelings,
Yes, I do
or
come
something,
to have
or
that trigger.
what am I gonna say that might trigger somebody else's feelings? Because I've been there and done that over the past couple weeks. I said some pretty horrible things to a person
On purpose? Like deliberately? To try to hurt somebody?
Yeah, 100.
Wow.
I didn't say it to hurt somebody, but I 100% said it on purpose. Yeah, but you never know what you're gonna get, and if you think that something is gonna be so defined, the moment you get your heart broke, how are you gonna react? But when you show up for whatever the fuck, you'll never get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That's the right attitude to take to it. At least this medium. Do you before you hop on a panel, do you watch the panel or try to figure out what's going on and orient yourself, or do you just hop on randomly and jump in the middle of it?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. It depends. Have I been there before? What is the topic?
Does it even have topics?
Do I already have connections with somebody that I've spoken? Like let's say I've never been to your panel, but somebody is on your panel that I've,
Like Filthy Phil.
yeah, had hours upon
That's how they
hours with
found you.
before.
I mean, that's how they found me. They saw you on here, and they're like, "Oh, look, Track is on that panel."
Yeah.
And then they came up.
And me and Phil, we are completely different people, 100%. But we just have that little spark of understanding that that just that little bit of military connection that is what connects us. And all of a sudden we know how to fuck with each other and have fun because nothing matters. Nobody's trying to kill each other over here anymore. We're just, hey, you can say the worst things to somebody and Phil and I will laugh at each other if we speak to each other that way. But the moment you get butt hurt, it's like, why are you so sour?
Yeah, well, this is an unsafe space anyway, so I don't protect from hurt butts.
Yeah, it's like
We are not here to soothe the asses.
It's easy for us, but
but this is where
when it comes to even when it comes to truth telling, like I know exactly what not to talk to Phil about. I know exactly,
like just from experience with him, or from this
I know
military
exactly what not to talk to him about. I know exactly where when if he says this X, Y, and Z, let my man go. Just let him go. Let him cook. Leave him alone. He needs to get it out. I know exactly where that line is with him. I've spent 3 years talking to Phil. I know exactly that 99.9% of everything that comes out of his mouth is fuckery and fun and whatever the day's weather may be, whether it's rain or shine or whatever, fuck it, we'll be all right. If he speaks on that 0.1%, you leave Phil the fuck alone. I know where that line is, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm not going to tell you where it is. It's not my business.
Well, I guess I'll find out the hard way, like I often do, almost always do, because I can't predict that stuff ahead of time till I step on the landmine. Because everyone's like mined differently. Everyone has different points that are going to trigger different things. So I can't predict from one person how another person's going to be. That only happens over time.
Well, and not everybody, some people when they're going through certain things, they keep it to themselves and they say nothing. So you will never know anything.
Right. Yeah. Those bother me too, because they usually build up and I end up finding out down the road anyway.
But then, like you said, you wind up finding out because of an
Because it keeps
outburst.
building up because they don't say anything.
That-
If they tell me, then
Right.
I could at least be aware
That's not.
it's happening.
It's not. It's not related to the current topic. It's related to their pent up aggression.
Right, but then at that point, at a certain point, everything becomes related to that because of the pent up, the build upness of it.
Yeah. But
Because then everything about it starts getting refracted through that lens of buildup.
but knowing, hey, and shout out to him for whatever
Just shout out
helps
to him.
him. Yeah. But to just say it and to know that people are out here that will listen and know when to shut the fuck up, know when to cut the games off, know when to put yourself aside,
that doesn't always happen.
and just listen to that shit. Hey, there will always be people that will be in the bushes and they will listen and they will try to do whatever they do. But for the people that care, it's like, just let the man say it. So I understand that, and I, this is the internet. Anybody and their mother, the president of the United States, could be watching this right now. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I hope he Trump come on my show. I've been wanting to talk to you. Oh, I hope he is. I hope he's.
I don't care who's watching, right? Like this is reality TV at its finest, because hey, hopefully you're getting what you want to get out of it. But literally all I did was click a button and I'm famous. You know what I mean? I'm on reality TV, ma.
You're on in
Cheers.
front of the whole world.
I didn't have to audition for road rules. I don't, I'm not Snooki, but I hope I'll do. Jersey Shore, shout out.
Reality enough,
diamond
even without all of that.
You said what?
I said it's reality enough, even without a physical location. And every time they try to get people in the same place, drama happens, as you can predict.
Yeah. And when it all comes down, you find out producers were. It's like, it's one thing to.
I wish producers were involved in this.
Well, here's a thing. Is like, and this is proven.
Plays could use producers.
Is that it's not just about like auditioning to be like who's a good enough personality to be within the group. They basically force fed the groups alcohol to engage in these things. So
you talking about on the reality
in a situation shows? Yeah. The Real Housewives, the Jersey Shore,
pretty much do that all on their own.
Yeah. So, for instance, you can be as sober as you want. Somebody else might be actively rolling up. Me, I can drink or I can not drink. What's it matter? Nobody's buying it for me. I'm just me, right? So,
I honestly
this is
can't
more
usually tell what level of sobriety somebody is or what substance they're on, unless it's really obvious. The really drunk ones, I can tell. The drunk Brits, I can usually tell. Someone has to be really, really stoned for me to realize that they're stoned. So I just take everybody as they show up. And most of them stay within a normal range where I can interact with them, even despite whatever substance they're on. But I'm usually
And
not going to be able to.
hopefully anybody, substances or not, hopefully if you're going to put yourself out here in this public, recorded, published type of way, hopefully you understand that no matter how free you feel, no matter what state of mind you're in, this moment, that these words that are coming out of your mouth right now, this opinion that you have, it's going to last forever. It's going to be posted and it's going to last forever.
Well, I wish.
It literally,
Y'all please
it,
post
it,
my opinion.
it literally will last forever. Because, hey,
Yeah, but it
you
also
may
gets
not
lost in the ocean of opinions that everybody else is putting out there too.
But
So in one
it's
sense,
not
yes,
about
it's captured and archived for all eternity. And on the other hand, no one's going to see it anyway, even that being the case.
Well, but look at like we've talked about job acquisition and stuff like that. People have their LinkedIns, people have their Facebooks. I've seen people. I literally saw somebody get fired over an Instagram post. They already had the job, and we were doing a function at work, and he
Are you
did
talking
an
about your
Instagram
place?
post. Oh yeah, for sure. I saw somebody get fired over an Instagram
What did
post.
they post? Something about work?
It pertained to a function at work.
Oh, okay. Because we had my last job,
So
they had a specific social media policy that they gave you, and you had to do a training on, and it was laid out very specifically what you could and could not do on social media. Basically, anything related to the company, as long as it didn't tie to the company, you were okay.
right, and so look at this, like almost everything I wear comes from the company. Anytime I talk about my job, like I try to be vague about it. But I've gone into specifics before, and I've had to change my ways. But it doesn't mean that what I said in the past doesn't still exist. You feel me? So if I were to say some craziness on any topic at any time, somebody wanted to deep dive and find me with a logo, that is exactly what terrorism would look like. Be like, hey, I want to destroy you for no reason. Just go and do that.
Well, now they got
Just go
AI
take
that
what
can
you said.
find all that. I
I
think
just
we've all
go
said
and take
craziness.
I would go and take what you said today, and I would tie it to the label that you wore 3 years ago, and hey,
I would just ignore it.
yeah.
All this is public. If they want to judge me on something I voluntarily chose to make public, then that's what people do. That's what that's what they do with content.
Well, for instance, tonight I'm wearing a shark hoodie. I'm wearing a college hat.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
check
shark
this
hood.
out.
I thought you meant
Check
a
this out.
hood. You mean is the hoodie in the shape of a shark head? A shark on the hoodie. Okay. I picture like a little shark hoodie around your head, like your head was a shark fin and teeth. I thought that would be so cute. You'd look good in a short hoodie. I mean, you do look good in a
No,
short hoodie.
I've seen those
My
things,
version of it. Yeah, if
and to
anybody
an
was in your
extent,
town
like,
and they saw you at the grocery store, they'd be like, "Look, that's Track. That's the guy on YouTube. He's on all the panels."
I've thought about that too. I was like, hey, you know, I've been on so many panels and I've talked so crazy to so many people about so many different topics. But then I think, like, you know, I kind of think like, hey, you didn't you didn't care enough to listen to me, much less remember me, much less recognize me once we were out in public. Because honestly, I've worked with people for years upon years upon years, and outside of work, I wouldn't recognize them. If they put on not work clothes and they're with their family. You're just people to me, honestly. Um, but when you are in the position of leadership, I know where you stand. Well, when you are in the position of loading and unloading trucks, I know where you sit. It's the logistics of things, the proximity. Uh, when you are in the place that you're supposed to be, honestly, I really don't care who you are. You're that dude doing that thing right now. If I need you or if you need me, then we will interact. But other than that, it's like person doing job, me doing job, and then out in public, some people, have certain characteristics. Like, oh, maybe my beard. Okay, yeah. Maybe it stands out. But other than that, it's like a lot of people got beards. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people do have beards.
And what if I drastically changed my wardrobe? You know, what if I got a suit and tie on? Do I still, to you people out there that only see my face like this up close, but out there in a snapshot, when you're watching your back and you're looking at everybody, like, is that dude?
You're still
Because you
Track,
don't want to
though.
be wrong.
Oh, you mean are they even
It's
sure
still
that
me.
it's you?
Well, are they sure that it's me? Am I sure that it's you?
I bet that's
Because
something
I've had,
celebrities go through a lot, with people looking at them trying to figure out if they are that person.
yeah, that happened recently. What was it? Palm was it Palm Beach Pete or something like that? Dude that
Who's
got
that?
accused of looking like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, no, I don't know this story. Palm Beach Pete.
Yeah, look that up. Somebody saw
Everything's
him
in the
driving in the convertible, and he had a certain look to himself. He was driving in a convertible, and he got invited on to a podcast for it. It was like this guy. He sounds completely nothing like
Oh, no, he
Jeffrey
doesn't. He
Epstein.
looks like Chevy Chase. He doesn't even look like Epstein.
But you found it, right?
Well, I found a video talking about him, but I can't believe people are even mistaking the two.
Yes,
Let's see,
he's
is he gonna show him? No, they just talk about him. They don't even show it.
you're more likely finding somebody that has the exact same name
All right, here's
as
supposedly an
somebody
interview
else
with.
than you are
He
finding
no more
somebody
looks
like
like Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God, people are They are. Oh my god, it's like a Terry Gilliam movie. They are hallucinating everything they want to see out there. Yeah, I would. There's no way I would mistake this guy for Jeffrey Epstein. Hello, XM.
But you would,
XM vibes.
but you would also have to
I
have
just
that on
watched
your
the video. It
brain.
was an entire video of him doing an interview. The nose was different. The face was different. The hairstyle was different. The only thing even vaguely resembling is a salt and pepper look to the hair, which was not even the same. So if you
You would
grew up
also
doing
have
the
to.
highlight, like hidden pictures and find the mistakes, like what matches in the picture, you would not mistake this guy for Jeffrey Epstein. It's that obvious.
You would also have to have that on your brain and be looking at people.
But
You know what I
also,
mean?
like, what, thousands of people are seeing Epstein in him, enough for him to go viral. So it's not just some random person.
Well, it was somebody that saw him and had that on their brain and recorded that video.
Was
They
he
had to have
presented as Epstein in the podcast, or did they know they were talking to Palm Beach Pete?
he was invited onto the podcast because he, they saw him in traffic. He said I guess I don't know if it was Instagram or
that's Epstein.
How
Quick, get the phone out.
But he said, he made a response. It's like, no, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. And then after he made his response, that's when he got invited onto a podcast.
Didn't they do that with Elvis? They were seeing Elvis everywhere. Maybe there'll be a town now in the U.S. with a bunch of Epstein impersonators, just like Vegas. But for Epstein, or Epstein could just go to Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know,
people.
Man. But you have to have that on your brain to
right, and it somehow gets woven into reality to the point that you actually believe it's reality.
Yeah, so like that person, they looked to their side and they said, "Oh my God,
Jeffrey Epstein."
That's Jeffrey Epstein." Whereas, when I'm driving in a car and I recognize Dodge Challenger or Dodge Charger headlights behind me, pardon me for recognizing car headlights, but I'm like, that's a cop a mile back behind me.
Well, they say he
Headlights.
was working for the intelligence agencies.
I'm just saying, those shape of headlights
would be, why would Jeffrey Epstein be driving around in broad daylight? That's obviously not Jeffrey Epstein. You're not going to see him driving in a convertible in the middle of the highway. Like, that's the very first thought I would have that would convince me right then and there it's not Jeffrey Epstein. He's not going to be that obvious. Like, hey, everybody! Oh, look, you're the first person to notice me. I'm driving around in public. The roof's down. Anybody could see me, but you recognize me, man. Jeffrey Epstein. You caught me. That's so preposterous.
You know that that even kind of brings up another thing is the creation of. It's like maybe that person didn't just see this person driving. Maybe somebody said, "Hey, you look like so and so. We can go viral. Pull up next to me in your convertible
like it
in
might
traffic."
not have been
like a setup. It'll help the podcast
on purpose, and somebody's bound to mistake you for Epstein at some point.
Well,
I give it 5 minutes max.
Like casting for a character, you know what I mean? Like, hey, my video's about to go viral. It's gonna make me a whole bunch of money. And then people are going to literally want to talk to you to prove that you're not Jeffrey Epstein. So you're going to get 10K per visit of these podcasts.
That's
So
not a
that way you
bad
can tell
conspiracy theory. That's one I think I
them.
might even be able to be convinced of and get behind.
I'm just saying.
I need to do more research on this Palm Beach Pete. What? Let's see. Who is Palm Beach Pete? Everything to know about Jeffrey Epstein's lookalike. Here, I'll show the pictures. Y'all can tell me if you think it's a lookalike. To me, it could not be more obvious. The nose is completely different. The eyebrows, the eyes, the hair, the face, the shirt, the ears, maybe, but not even really the ears. Like there's not are you talking about these what are cheek lines? That might be the only thing. Look, even the thing, the furrowed, the brow furrow. He has one, he has two big giant ones. And so anyway, that is now let me see everything they know about him. Plus, that's just the photo. When you see the video, it's even less obvious. His real name is Peter. He's a former Division I tennis player and a gold medalist. So he's famous. Like people already know him from sports. He even made a brief appearance on The Real Housewives of New York. Oh, and somebody named Sonia Morgan greeted him with a kiss, and then somebody made that video go viral saying, "Why is Sonia Morgan kissing Jeffrey Epstein?" from this Housewives appearance. So even before he was getting mistaken for Epstein. Has he ever met Jeffrey Epstein? They say the answer is yes. He went to a couple of parties and Epstein was there at a party and was kind of creepy. I never really encountered him and had conversation with him. I just saw him at a party. Did he think that he was you? Like, did Epstein go up to you? And I guess not. So Epstein didn't even really pay attention to him. But it does. That's all I can gather. So if there's a backstory to how he was set up and positioned to do this intentionally, I would definitely be interested.
Well, that kind of comes into play a bit as well, where you're talking about this Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and nobody sees her in prison.
You're not supposed to see her.
Well, you know, visitors,
are they supposed to have cameras where the prisoners perform for America?
But then they displayed this this photo, like, you know, this prison photo in the orange, I guess you could say. And it's like, you know, of course, she looked like Ghislaine Maxwell after, you know, what, 2 years of prison or whatever. But then somebody in like Finland or somebody's walking down the street and they see this fine elderly female with bleach white hair, like Ghislaine, and that's all they said was Ghislaine as they were passing, and she turned around and it's like, but then you kind of got to question these things, like
turn around if someone said something to them, even if it's not their name.
It's one thing for mandatory institutionalized photos. If you're in the military, there's mandatory photos. If you're in prison, there's mandatory photos. But to just have that random encounter with somebody that just seems to look like
is the theory that she's not really in prison? She's walking around Finland.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna need another cup of coffee for this one.
If J.E. hadn't supposedly have offed himself, could Palm Beach Pete have been like a fill-in for him in prison?
Simplest
Like, hey,
explanation.
just show up for the photo, look like you're having a hard time because your boys.
So the
Just
the
take the money.
photo was a fake Ghislaine
Take-
Maxwell.
Hey, I'm not trying to go down that conspiracy road. I'm just saying this is where conspiracies come from.
You're not trying much. Yeah, I'm seeing.
I don't.
This one cracks me up.
Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I do
don't
care
know why
about
I
the
should
effects
just embrace
of.
the conspiracy. Just welcome them and let them in, and just you guys win. Let's just embrace all of them.
I
'Cause
care
this
about
was
victims.
really kind of hilarious when I think about it. I might be
But,
missing a lot of entertainment value.
Yeah, we do our best. Hey, go get some coffee.
All right, I'll be back. Wait, are you there? Do we need an intermission?
But yeah, go ahead and play a song if you want.
All right, let me see if
I'll take a minute myself. How about that?
all right, and I'll I'm sure there's some moose I can play. Ooh, this is nice. Here. Enjoy a little bit of moose. We'll do a quick intermission. And be right back.
Terms and conditions apply. Now the joke's a little less dry. Every truth's got a place to hide. Every deal got a shifting side. Terms and conditions apply. You can laugh, but don't deny. If it feels like a game, it might be. Terms and conditions apply. You gotta take in the better song, like you built that thought on its own. But it sounds like a polished clip with the logo and sponsorship. Got the cadence down real clean, like he practiced it in a screen. Every pause where the punchline lands, every word fits brand to brand. There's a rhythm to what he says, like he memorized the threads, like the truth came pre-approved and the edges all got removed. No hesitation, no doubt, everything's certain, everything loud. Certified opinion ready-made, that comes with the stance and a clean upgrade. Pick your side, don't miss your cue. There's a version that fits you too. Certified opinion, sharp and fast, built to stick but not to last. Say it strong, don't ask why. Certified opinion verified. There's a girl with a softer tone, but she's playing the same old role. Wrap it up.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. We're back, or I'm back. That was Moose, A Million Sparks on YouTube. He does AI video work and music. Here's his channel. Check him out. All right, we'll see if what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember, but it's really kind of superficial. Can I ask you, Jeff?
What?
Do I create lower numbers for you? I'm not trying to create or destruct. I just want to know, like, when I'm around, do less people come around?
Not tonight. I haven't. In fact, they're going up.
Okay. Is it the more of a time frame when you see a
You know,
surge?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. There are some people that come on that tend to be more conversational, not as dramatic. They're not here to perform. They're here to actually just talk. And sometimes the numbers drop when those people come on because
Okay,
it's not like drama, primetime TV.
I got you. No, I just wanted to ask because you know, there are people that say, you know, you're the problem, X, Y, and Z, and it's like, well, you know, I you know, I may not like them either, but you know, I don't make that the argument. It's like, so
Well,
if,
I don't run my channel by the numbers. Otherwise, I'd have a completely different type of channel. I just go by what the conversation's doing in the moment and what I'm getting out of the conversation. So a lot of times I'm having very interesting conversations to me that an audience might not necessarily find interesting, but I'm still going to have them. I'm not going to say, "Oh, this is not interesting to an audience. Let's have a different conversation." I'll still sit here and have those conversations even if the audience is not into them. I do that all the time. And so it's hard for me to I'm not like watching the numbers the whole time and adjusting to what the numbers are doing. Once I
hey,
get
and
wrapped up in
for
a
sure, like,
conversation, I just follow it. But I do
for
run
sure
every
have.
transcript. I started running it through the AI and it will analyze it and it'll tell me which parts were good, which ones worked, which ones were weak, etc.
I have recognized, like, when I'm just me being me, um, and joining a panel, especially yours, but something's already going on, like getting word in,
Oh,
it's not, it's, it's impossible. It's it, it's impractical. It's not worth it. It's like just, you know, whoever's doing whatever is in a flow and in emotion, and I have nothing to offer, and so that's when you'll kind of see me like show up and then dip out. It's like, yeah, I, I really
yeah, it
just wanted
doesn't.
to like show support and move on because, like, you know, I didn't want to wreak havoc or take over. And whatever was going on, it was going on well before I got here. And you know, handle your business with you and whoever you know that your
Well, sometimes
guests
they come here to
seem.
handle the business. But anyone's
Well,
welcome to drop whenever they want for any reason. I don't even notice. Like I don't even pay attention to that or make a thing of it. So that's fine. And also, pretty much you have to grab the mic around here because I don't know who's trying to talk unless they raise their hand. I wish there was a raise hand feature, but if anyone raises their hand, I'll definitely honor it. But people rarely raise their hand. And a lot of times people are not even on camera. So if people are just having a free for all, I have no idea who wants to talk next or who's not getting to talk. So just jump in and grab the mic.
honestly, I'm not
Or
gonna
message
say
in
that I started. I'm not gonna say that I started it, but I definitely like felt like, you know, to get a word in and you have respect for the host and you feel respect from the host that this is like an equal playing field. You know, I will do one of these and they'll be like, oh, this dude's had his hand up for 20 minutes. He must have something to say. You know, uh, I and I've, you know, that built you know, I already had respect for the host, but when the host proved that they are actually a host and not just like running some sort of playground to where, you know, they have no control, they just let people say whatever whenever. Yeah. But having a conversation it's a plus and minus, so it's a give and take, and you learn when to put a period on something.
Yeah, but I still want everybody that wants to be a part of it. So definitely raise your hand because I'll honor that. Zoom used to have a little button it had a little raise hand you could put on the screen, and those were easy to see. But hardly anybody raises a real hand in person on YouTube. But if they do, you'll get in. Hey, Bisay, happy birthday, he says.
Oh, my buddy B-Say, we share the birthdays. Happy birthday yesterday, B-Say.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
you,
It was his, wasn't it?
yeah. Me, B-Say, and I don't know if you ever met Miss Rummy, but God bless her. Happy birthday to the April 16 tax return babies. It's been a while. Haven't seen you, but I do love you. And I remember
Who, me
every
or
minute
Bisay?
that we spent.
Bisay hears that a lot, I think, from the guys on here. What's up, Bisay? What you got to say, Bisay? What you be saying?
Yeah, it's crazy. I never thought I would be saying this, but it's been 3, maybe pushing 4 years since I started doing live streams.
You started
My man.
after 2020. Welcome. Where are you today?
My
Is that
man.
your garage?
I'm in. Well, I have 2 garages, and Track is on the other one. Track is. You want me to go find Track? I'll go show
Just
you.
one wall over.
No, he's right here. Just hang on. Track, I'm coming over.
If Track's sitting there, you're gonna freak me out.
Hey,
You don't have the
Track.
drywall on your ceiling. That's how I
Track,
know you lied.
Track, did you see when the last time? Did you see what happened on TPP when Phil and I started fucking around like that, and then we were actually together? Did you see that, bro?
I knew that you guys had met up, but I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Sorry, Jeff. No, I'm just talking like memories. No, I met up with Track in Wisconsin at my parents' house, and then we were on TPP separately. But then
No,
we kept switching phones, but yet went in the same garage, and we were
Wait,
fucking
you met
around
in
with.
person?
Yeah. Then we ended
No.
up hanging out all night, and we played
He's
a
saying
joke on the
no.
panel.
He's denying you.
no, you met with Phil.
Yeah. I met with Phil at my parents' house. Yep.
Oh, not Track.
Track is here. You want Track? Come
Wait,
here.
are you talking about Phil is with you right now?
I'm with Track right now. He's in the backyard.
Phil,
No, untrackable. I am in.
you're warping
Hey.
time and space.
He is in the other side of the garage. Track, come over here. He's on the.
Have you ever met Track in person?
Of course, he's my neighbor. What are you talking about?
Hey, I'm crazy, but I think you've lost it. You met with Phil.
I'm not
You and Phil got together, and that
Yes.
was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
But if you come to my house, please announce yourself.
It will not be as
Like
beautiful.
leave a note. Leave a note on my door saying, "Hey, B-Say was here." Like, do it while I'm at work because I don't
won't-
answer the ding dongs and the knocks on the door.
I won't show up. I won't show up unannounced. Okay, I promise you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
You,
I mean,
you are
not
my
a bit.
birthday brother.
Yeah, birthday
you-
brother.
you-
That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Happy birthday to you too.
Yeah, you always said tax baby, and I'm like, well, yeah, it is kind of like.
It's after.
Well, it's like
pay those taxes, then off to the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first
hey,
you're like the New Year's babies of the tax year.
just imagine you're sitting there trying to be last minute. You're sitting there trying to be last minute, trying to fill out those taxes.
I do it every
to
year.
Make sure,
I do it every year. Every year on the 15th, I'm in the post office. I put it off. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. And then your lady spits out a baby on the 16th and like, yeah, here you go. Here's your return. Get to work. Tax return,
You
baby.
just missed that tax credit by one day.
Oh, hey, Jeff. I'm not trying to interrupt, but I just want to say, track or it down in North Carolina. You got any rain? More rain? Because up here in Michigan, we got flooding. It's terrible. In Wisconsin, by Filthy Phil, his whole town is evacuated. Do you understand what's going on in Wisconsin right now? Yeah,
No,
it's really bad.
That hasn't come across my feed at all.
And right, even by me in Muskegon on Lake Michigan, that whole town, half of the town is evacuated too. It's fucking bad, dude.
Flash flood warnings, tornado watches.
If you want to just talk about real life and what's going on,
crisis mode, they call it. Michigan and Wisconsin battle historic flooding, with final shot of rain still ahead.
Yeah, 2 or 3 more days of it, and there's dams about to break everywhere, and people are sandbagging. Filthy Phil went yesterday.
Are you in danger?
His son went yesterday, and they did sandbags all day. Yeah, it's bad. Just to let you know. So, if you're all happy and comfortable, just letting you know that
that not everybody is. So don't be too happy and comfortable.
Yeah, well, at least think about it. That's what I'm saying. Just
right. Just have a little bit of misery.
Oh yeah, but
people.
Are
you in any kind of danger, or did you have to do preparations?
No, not me. No. But I think it's more important if we talk about Iran, right? That's more important.
Well, I don't think it's more important than Phil flooding.
I'm
but
kidding.
As long as he's evacuated safely, I guess it's probably the next.
I'm kidding. That's my point. I'm kidding.
Intense thing going on in the world. What is that? Oh, your beard. Never mind. I thought you held a cat up to the camera or something. Or do you have an opinion on Iran?
Who, me?
Yeah. Did you want to talk about it?
I do, but I'd rather hear Track's opinion actually. But yeah, I don't know. I can't. I'm so upset about it. I really can't. I'm not able to.
What are you upset about in particular?
I can't form an opinion yet. because I don't understand it.
Start with what you're upset about, because that probably is the opinion.
I think the globalization of oil and money and all that stuff is running the whole thing. I think it has nothing to do with maybe it did have something to do with, they won't say weapons of mass destruction. They don't want to try that again. So
Yeah,
now
no,
they're
they
saying,
nuclear weapon. We don't want them to have a nuclear bomb. Trump came
okay,
out and said it many times.
right. And now we already did that last year, and now we got to do more. Now we got to do more, and
No,
now
because they were still doing it. We didn't stop them.
and now we have to go dig up the shit that we blew up, the nuclear material.
The
Like, it's
uranium
never
dust.
ending. This ain't, they said Trump's gonna get out of there in 2 days. 2 days. He said 2 days. He thinks. Guess what? How about 2 years?
I don't remember him saying 2 days, but I don't think it's going to be 2 years either.
Put on your seatbelt, Jeff. Come on.
Yeah. Now this is track speculation. So it means absolutely nothing because I'm retarded, right?
And I am too, Jeff. And Track, I'm just
half.
saying my opinion. Okay, Track, go.
So it's about energy.
Yes.
It's not that it's not about the fact that the U.S. can't provide its own energy at a business reliable cost. It's about, hey, if the oil producers, the massive oil producers that we take from their reserves, from their production, if they get nuclear energy, if they start creating batteries, if they start building Tesla companies and stuff like that, then they will rely less on oil, and therefore they won't need to sell oil because they won't need it. And if they don't need it, the cost of it will go through the friggin' roof. So
okay, so Track or Jeff, tell me this. If we have so much natural oil and we're all good. They say Alaska has enough for 100 years. We got and now we're exporting oil. Why, what reason, if it's America first, why don't we have all our own gas and oil? We're exporting gas. How can gas prices go up when we're exporting oil and gas? Well, I mean, that doesn't, does no one
Have you
ever
Googled
think
any
about
of that?
this?
Because that's the first thing I'm going to do.
What?
Have you Googled
that was
any
the
of
first,
that to satisfy your curiosity?
That was the first thing that Biden did, was cancel the Keystone Pipeline.
Yep. And you know why?
And then there was the destruction, the sabotage of the European pipeline. And then the Russia attack on Ukraine followed shortly after.
All right. Before I get in trouble, because I really feel like I get in trouble talking about this, but when Biden canceled that pipeline, you know why that happened? I'll tell you.
Why?
Because NSBF, the biggest railroad company in the nation, had a contract to transport this oil. And Warren Buffett, who was the chairman of he's the chairman of this railroad. And he is the one that stopped that pipeline because it was going to interrupt his railroad money. I'm telling you, like, Jeff, If you don't know this, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Like I get in trouble
I don't
talking the
follow
truth.
this though. I'm hearing this for the first time only because I don't really.
BNSF is a railroad company that has the rights to the transportation of all that oil, and the pipeline was going to interrupt it. Warren Buffett, chairman of the board, put a kibosh on it, and then everyone blamed Biden, but it was actually all right. I'm
And
going to
this is
say it.
this your opinion, or you have some kind of
No, it's
evidence
fact.
somewhere
It's
for this?
fact, Jeff. I don't talk opinion. I talk fact.
But this is where I come from. As it's just a measly, mumbling, stumbling individual. Efficiency is what you expect of us. So when you squash efficiency from the top, you are stepping on my toes. You want me to do my job, but you are stepping on my toes. Is exactly what that sounds like. It's like, hey, do your best without feet.
Well, the pipeline might be more efficient, but the railroad is already, the infrastructure is already in place. You know, like, well, you got to weigh the cost. Look at what happened with the Alaska pipeline. I know so many people. I know so many people. I personally know so many people who worked on that pipeline.
The railroad means so much, but the horses already exist. How far back do we want to stay in the Stone Age to where it's like, oh, well, I invested in this back in the day, so I don't want progress to be made? How far back? How far back do we need to go to stop new from actually happening? New isn't bad. New can be scary, apparently, to investors. It's not scared to workers. It's not scared to the economy. It's scared to those who invested in what's about to be obsolete. I'm so sorry that you own a railroad and this is going to delete your railroad.
Yeah.
But we, the people, say, stop killing us. Stop creating foreign wars that mean nothing. Hey, if I can shake hands with my neighbor and be like, hey, that's your loan. It's beautiful. If there's any way I can help you, I will help you. Your loan will be more beautiful than mine. And he's like, nah, man, I've got some extra. We can make that work. That's called neighbors. But this, you have something, and what you have is too economically viable to where it becomes a threat, to where we're gonna come and snatch you up out of your bed, and we're gonna kill your people, and we're gonna destroy your infrastructure because we won't. But they're speaking on behalf of people that did not say that.
So you don't think it's about the threat of a nuclear weapon? You think that's just a cover for actually wanting to go in there and get the oil?
It's just a reason.
It's
just a reason. It's just a reason.
I think it's energy control.
Not that they were a credible threat.
Yeah, because hey, they say that okay. I understand that they, at least the media, they have said that Iran is the largest contributor to the terroristic.
That's pretty well documented.
actions.
Actually, we even have some congressional resolutions saying as much. So we're all pretty much we're all on the same page as a nation on that.
Yeah, but
and
do
that
you,
that's all.
but do you
That's
know
all
that
fine.
there's
It's all
30
fine and good.
years. There's 30
That's all
years.
fine. And
Wait,
that's
Go ahead, Track.
that,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Track. Go.
that is all fine and good. But this has been the evolution of what modern warfare is that we are still a nation. We still wear uniforms. We still abide by the Geneva Convention, and yet we are fighting against terrorism. So to blame a nation for being a terror, you're blaming an entire nation for terroristic actions, which it is not their uniformed military. It is, it is this beehive that floats around and will exist wherever it exists.
well, it's so far the last
Destru-
50 years, it's existed in Iran pretty reliably.
well, I watched the flow of ISIS. You can literally look up the flow of ISIS.
You seem
And
skeptical of the terrorism that Iran is responsible for, either directly or through proxies. Like people,
Well,
like all of that journalism of the past 50 years was just making it up or exaggerating or inflating. So there's some kind of resistance to seeing Iran as dangerous as it's proven itself to be.
well,
Okay.
I think
Let me say
I think
this.
the
Yeah.
I think the accusation of saying that that Iran is the center of terrorism is just as equal as why protect Israel? Why not let
Because Israel
Israel
hasn't
protect?
done the level of terrorism Iran has, especially against us. And it's the
Well,
world's
does it
largest
have to
state
be
sponsor of
against-
terrorism, is how it's phrased.
does it have to be against us? Because
Well, I
Israel
think
has
even if it's not against us, Israel's still not going to match the level of Iran.
and Israel is nothing without us.
So
I
is
hate to
that
say
like,
it.
is that the thing, is you're more inclined to emotionally side with Israel over, against
No.
Israel with Iran?
No, but if you watch Jeff, let me interrupt Track for a minute, and both of you. If you watch, I have. I wish I could share it right now, but Benjamin Netanyahu for over 30 years. There's a great clip in 1980. He's like, Iran's gonna have a nuclear bomb in less than 2 weeks or 2 months. And then in 1985, they're about 2 months away. 1987, they're going to be within 6 months. They're going to have a nuclear bomb. 1990, they're almost going to have a nuclear. This has been going on, like with Benjamin Netanyahu himself. It's been going on for 30 years. It's all bullshit.
That's why I'm asking if you don't believe that they were the threat that our intelligence is saying they were. Like, we're just making up that Iran is a threat, and they're not trying to acquire a nuclear weapon, and if they acquire one, they're not going to be dangerous. You just don't believe that?
I'm telling you what is the
That seems a
truth.
weird thing to. I just take that as like a baseline assumption based on their 50 years history, the past 50 years of their history, that anybody would be skeptical of that. Like, oh man, none of that's true.
Okay, but
Iran didn't do all that
but
stuff.
Jeff,
They're not
Jeff,
dangerous. Let them
Jeff.
have a weapon. We don't have anything to worry about if they have a weapon. Like, y'all would downplay that as a basic explanation. So you don't believe that they were trying to become this dangerous nuclear power because Netanyahu kept saying it and it never happened, which makes Iran innocent and not a threat.
I'm trying to think of the word, Jeff, for you. I'm trying to think of the word.
Me? No. It shouldn't be about me. I'm trying to understand that I have your thinking right.
Well, I'm thinking the same thing about you because you're not getting even what I
I'm
just
just
said.
asking. Okay, you don't even have to focus on me. I'm just asking if I have your position correct, that you do not think that they were becoming either more of a threat than they already are, or that they were a threat at all. Like your sense of their threat level is way lower than everybody else's, is what I'm trying to figure out. Am I correct in that?
Oh, I don't know about the actual threat level. I'm telling you what they've been saying
But
for
you seem
30 years.
skeptical of their threat level. That's
I'm
why I keep
telling you,
asking
I'm
this
telling
specific
you what
question.
they've been saying, the same thing for 30 years. So
Right.
why
And
now?
as a result of that, are you less trusting about the reported threat level because you don't believe it's accurate?
How is destroying the entire country and innocent people helping anything? What are you talking about, dude?
It's preventing them
support?
from becoming more of a threat and making it harder to defeat them later when they actually have the nuclear weapon. But
I
if
think
you don't believe they're a threat, or that they had the potential to become more of a threat, then none of that's going to make sense to you. That's why I'm trying to figure out what your position is on this. Because it doesn't sound like you think Iran was anything to worry about, and we're just exaggerating or pretending to be scared of them when we really have no reason to be. And all of that is a very odd position, and I'm trying to understand it. Track, go ahead.
Yeah, exaggerating is
Wait.
right.
I know I asked you, but Track had his hand up. So, and the birds are back.
It is exaggerating. Everything is exaggerated.
But you also said you don't
Yes.
know. Go ahead.
So, I remember this movie is called something like the Zohan.
Oh yeah, don't mess
with
with the
Adam.
Zohan.
Yeah, don't mess with the Zohan. And
Yeah.
and there was something that was said at the dinner table during that
Oh my God,
movie. It
thanks,
was like, oh, it's been going on for 2,000 years. How much longer could it last? Exactly.
Hang on, I gotta give Beak his. Thank you, Beak, very, very much. Glad you could hang out as long as you did.
Yeah, much love.
Yeah, but Jeff,
Yeah.
what I'm discovering is that you and I know they were a threat. I mean, I grew up with them my whole life, so I take it as a given that they're a threat and that people know that they're dangerous, just like North Korea and a few other countries.
Yeah, why is
There are
North
people
Korea
that
a threat?
actually
Jeff,
are
why isn't
uncertain that they're actually a threat. That's
why
why I'm
isn't
trying
North
to ask you
Korea a
straight.
threat? Why isn't Russia
What?
a threat? Why aren't we
Russia is a
bombing
threat.
Russia?
Russia is a threat. In fact, the CIA or
Nah.
FAR, somebody every year they put out their threat assessment, and all of those countries are in it,
You're just gonna support
saying
Trump on everything
specifically
he
why
does,
they're
huh?
threats.
You're just gonna support Trump on everything he does, huh? Or what? I don't get it.
I didn't say anything about Trump. This is something they put out every year under every president. They put this out. It's nothing to do with Trump.
Well, but you support the
Annual threat assessment of the U.S. intelligence community. I'm looking at March 2025. Major state actors: China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. And there's something called adversarial cooperation from other countries. But those are the four that they list.
I'll just say this, and I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I really can't. All I can is call it out. Is that my grandfathers? They were World War II, and then my parents, that they were Vietnam. and then my era was uh, uh, I don't even know what to call it. But Iraq Part 2, because the first Iraq was, some sort of a joke that lasted a week, and then 20 years of war came. That was my era, and then we didn't even get a short break. So is this a joke, or is this, you know, are we shorting the terminals of when the next 20 years of war, or are we going to be in constant war? This is a question that I've been asking myself. It's like, hey, going 40 years without war, and then there's war. It's like, maybe something's going on, and then you go 40 years, and then there's war. Hey, maybe something's going on, but we're at war for 20 years in the Middle East, and I don't think we were gone for 4 before this shit happened. And now this. So is this like some sort of a little skirmish, or is this going to turn into 20 more years of war? You never know. It hurts my feelings. I'm sorry that I have feelings, but there will be a lot of people dead. A lot of people on both sides if this doesn't come to a conclusion, and soon. It's going to turn into 20 years of war. When I watched live on TV, Russia dropped troops into Ukraine, and those Russian troops were overtaken. They did not take that airfield. Some people lost their lives, and some of them were like, "Hey, stop doing what you're doing." I thought that shit was going to be over in a day. Like I thought that was some sort of like horrible joke, but they're still doing it today. It's been
Hey.
what, 3 years now?
Raise your
3
hand
years.
if you raise your hand if you think it's the military industrial complex. Got nothing to do with parties or nothing. It's the military industrial complex. Track, help me out here. Don't you see the budget, the amount of money, the whole thing? It's like
But even if that what you're saying is true, what's the thinking behind it? That they deliberately faked a war with Iran just to keep the
Yes.
complex going. Not
Yep.
that Iran was an actual threat.
Yes.
It makes way more sense that Iran was a threat.
It's a way for
That's
the
what I'm saying. You
system.
have to skip over the obvious explanation to get to your versions of what's happening. And I'm
It's
trying
all
to
about
deal with that.
it's all about
Why you're just
control.
jumping over the obvious.
I don't jump over nothing. It's all about control and power, and the way to keep people down is by increasing food and energy prices. That's the way to keep
That
the
sounds like a lot of
people
jumping.
down. That's what it's all
Well,
about in the end.
Not about
and
Iran
again,
being a threat. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you're dismissing that obvious explanation first.
this is something also that I really don't want to have to say this, but this is how I feel. Is that along with the money that people are making, it is appointed genocide. It is your beliefs versus our beliefs. Honestly, the reason why business hasn't taken over is because of religion, and that's what I witness every single day when I see this shit. Because if you wanted to survive, if you wanted your people to survive, you would do good business. But oh no, you don't believe in Jesus, or you won't cover your woman's faces, or it's a this versus that winds up being so sick to where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do business with you because I honestly think you should, burn in hell. So I think that is a part of what we're seeing. It's like, why can't business be done? If you have and we have, we can give you food, we can give you aid, we can give you protection, and you can give us, natural resources, oil and whatnot. Let's make a deal. Let's build each other up. No, they're not doing it. And you know why they're not doing it? Because each side thinks that the other is inferior in some sort of way. It's racism. It's
You think it's because of something we're doing
class.
on our side, not theirs?
I think it's some weird. I think there's some weird shit that is dividing good business from
Yeah, like they want to
it
kill
is.
us, they want to destroy us, and they've said so and tried to for 50 something years.
Hey,
Well,
Jeff.
it's not just it's not just them wanting to kill us. It is us wanting to kill them too. Don't disguise that, because that's why it's so
But do you
fucked
think
up.
for no reason, or do you think it's defensive warfare? That's why I'm
Well,
trying to
we're
get this threat thing pinned down. So, because if you don't believe they're the threat that the rest of the world believes they are, then this conversation is not going to make sense.
well when
So if you
you
think
want
that
your
they've just been
to be
innocently minding their own business for the last 50 years and they don't want to cause harm to come from us, we're in two different universes.
well, it's not the past 50 years, it's the past 2,000 years, like I said before. Even the movie made a joke about it, and it made so much sense. 2,000 years. Probably even farther back
The
than that.
United States is not even 2,000 years old. I'm talking specifically about the United States and the threat that Iran poses to the United States, particularly over the last 50 years.
Iran is the least trouble of us. Russia and Korea. Why do you think that Iran is a threat? Russia and Korea, who can actually have the nuclear
Right, because
weapons.
they have nuclear weapons and Iran doesn't, and we don't want Iran to get one because that will make Iran just as dangerous as the other three. So we're trying to stop that from happening.
That is really a dumb
You
statement,
know,
Jeff, in my opinion.
Well, the military didn't think so. The president didn't think so. Other people involved didn't think so. So you're welcome to think it's dumb, but there's many other people that looked at it
Jeff,
with
I would
way
never say.
more
I'm sorry.
strategic acumen than I have, and did
I'm
not
sorry.
think
I said. I'm sorry. I said dumb.
because
That's not what I meant.
the judgment call was that if they do advance in their nuclear capabilities, they will be even harder to take on then. That the best time to do it is now, before they build up to that, before they level up.
Why aren't we going after? Why aren't we going after? Why aren't we going after Russia and Korea then? What?
Because they have nuclear weapons, and we don't have a reason to yet.
here's the issue, in my opinion, is the the allowance of a threat. I think is beyond, that's child's play to the United States, in my opinion. There will always be an excuse to fuck with somebody. Like, hey, you can't have what I have. You can't have what I have. You can't have what I have. Whereas at any given moment, should the United States flick a switch, the entire world would receive controlling ordinance to which you are now under this control. There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey,
Now,
Track,
why
you and Jeff,
does it happen?
Track, you and Jeff are both
Why
old. You and Track and
does
Jeff
it
are both old enough to know the movie War Games. Remember Matthew
Yeah.
Broderick? Remember that
why
movie?
this isn't
Yeah, from the 80s.
Yeah.
why this isn't happening is beyond my understanding. Because I
But
do
it's-
believe that the
It's not hard
United
to
States
understand,
is
though. They're a
ability.
threat. That's what I'm trying to understand the confusion. They've been
Hey,
a
you're
threat forever. They've been on the threat
talking
list.
about-
Oh, so Jeff,
We
you're
didn't
talking
just
about
make this up out of thin air.
the threat is from someone that doesn't have a nuclear weapon, but not a threat from
Yeah,
the people
but
who
has the
do have it.
capability to do terrorism across the world.
Man,
Hey,
He said it sounds like you're just not aware of Iran's history. So I think I'm not sure you're seeing them quite accurately. If you pull up do a little bit like a Wikipedia article or a Britannica on Iran's
hold on.
history of terrorism, we might be more on the same page. You might have more of an image of Iran that the rest of the world has.
Well, hold on there, because you
that
want to
has
say that
nothing
the
to do with
United
it.
States
That has nothing to do with it. And don't disrespect me,
Yeah,
Jeff.
it does. It does. It's what makes them a threat. They're a threat because of their history, what they're
Okay.
already willing to do, and their potential capability to do more if they got a nuclear weapon.
We
So
destroyed
those
their
things
nuclear.
put together
We
make them a
destroyed their
big
nuclear.
threat
We
for
destroyed their
most people
nuclear.
that look at the situation.
We
That's
destroyed their
why I'm
nuclear
trying to understand
things
why you
last
don't
year.
think they're a threat, but I'm starting to realize it's because you don't really know much about their history.
Well, we destroyed their
hey,
So I
nuclear
think you think
plants
they're
last year.
they're an innocent country sitting there minding their own business, and that's just not true.
well, how old is the United States of America? 250 years old?
We're coming up on our
Yeah, almost.
76.
In July,
third century.
it will mark the 250 years of the United States of America. How old is Iran? How old is that region? How old is that
The region's
regime
old, but
and
the
that
current government, the Islamic theocratic government that's been running it for the last 40-something years is since 1979.
2,000 to 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
You
see what I'm saying?
The regime we're dealing with is since 1979.
Well, the regime that we're dealing with here is only 4 years old.
Yeah, but they have a history with previous regimes. So I don't know, like, I don't know where else to go with this conversation. If none of you are going to accept basic historical fact, there's no. I'm willing to listen and indulge, but I don't have much to say in response because it sounds like not based on Iran's actual history with the United States. So y'all are seeing them in a more naive way than I think people that are more informed on the issue are. And maybe it's emotional base. You just have a soft spot.
Hey,
because you think they're an innocent victim or something.
Jeff, you're a nice guy. Don't start calling people naive. That's not even really necessary.
I don't think that's mean to say naive if it's accurate. You sound naive. You don't sound very knowledgeable about Iran's
Ignorant,
background
whatever.
as a threat.
That's like calling you ignorant. I wouldn't say that,
So-
even if I don't like your opinion.
It wouldn't affect me if you call me ignorant. I thought I was ignorant. If you know you're not, I must have touched a nerve because if you know you're not naive, I don't know why you're bothered.
Hey, I don't think we need to go to name calling. Just
It's
stick
not a
to your
name
own
call.
opinion.
It's not a name call.
It's not. I appreciate the conversation. I do.
No, please don't take me the
saying
wrong
someone
way.
naive is not calling them a name.
Well,
That's pretty bad name. Naive is pretty bad, dude.
Well, I'm sorry that you're in an unsafe space. First of all, you're on my channel. Second of all, I'm sorry if you can't handle your position being thought of as naive.
I'm gonna keep it to my opinion, and my final thoughts on this subject, and I will say no more, are I don't really care if the global conglomerate decides to wipe Iran off the map and we move on with our business, or there is some sort of deal done. I don't care. I'm done. I'm not in it anymore. I will hate to see the names on the wall that show up should it go that route. I love each and every one of you every single day. I'm not going to say not another word on this subject. Thank you. I love you.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
right
Track.
on. Right on, Track. That's right. I feel the same way, and Jeff too. I
You
love
too.
you, Jeff. I love you, Jeff. It doesn't matter if we agree or not. I can be
You too,
strong, and
love.
you can. But I appreciate the
Look,
conversation. Oh yeah, I love you too, Jeff. Whatever. Here, I'm gonna do that first time in my life. That's how gay that is. How about that?
I
Does
don't
it
believe
work?
that. I do not believe that's the first time in your life. And yours look like a cantaloupe.
I really, seriously, I feel so bad. Anyway,
No, don't feel bad. What do you feel bad about?
it's like the thumbs up emoji on a text. I would never use that ever in my
Oh,
life. I
I
can't
was the same
stand it.
way with a lot of that stuff too in the video. Like LOL. I used to hate that one. I never LOL. I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And now I've just accepted it. It's hey Shift, good. We need good vibes.
Oh, Shift. Oh, Shift is
In
here.
fact, come up. We need an extra dose of vibes in person.
Oh, it would be so good if Shift came up. That would be cool. And now I need to find my charger. My battery's
Oh.
dead. Hang on.
Well, it's still open panel, so if anybody else wants to come up,
Is
come on.
Shift in the chat or what?
She is. She's vibing her.
Oh,
She travels all over YouTube sending vibes, and they're very valuable vibes.
Right. She's a happy person.
You
I
think
try
so?
to be happy myself.
Have you heard her rants?
oh, I
Yeah.
love her. I love her. I want her to come up right now. I do. I got something to say to her.
Shift.
Well, she came up to my live the other day. And I never go live, but she was there. Jeff,
Was she
Matt,
at the
you
one
were
that you and
there.
Phil did on a Sunday morning?
No, that one
The secret
and like
live?
2 nights ago I did one during a storm, and you didn't show up, Jeff, either.
Oh.
So thank you.
I didn't know. I don't. Here, let me see if I even follow you. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm pretty sure you probably don't, but I don't care. Just saying,
Well, I
you
will.
weren't there.
I don't know why I wouldn't, but I will correct that right now if that's the case. But let me look you up.
Well, because I don't really promote my channel. Like if I do something, it's not going to push a
Oh, I'm not
notification.
subscribed. Okay, there. I've subbed now. You only have 3 videos.
Yeah,
And
and
alive.
everyone is fucking quality too.
Well, it probably is. Love each other. Favorite childhood toy. And Eli the People's Guy for 36 seconds.
Yeah, that's awesome.
can-
But my shorts are even better. But anyway, I don't even push that stuff. I don't even.
Hey, Vinny. What's up?
Danny.
Hey, Vinny.
Oh.
Oh, she said she's having mic issues.
Oh.
What?
What bullshit! What a bullshit excuse that is.
Don't tease us with passion and then withhold. We're starving for passion here.
Shift says she
We
has
just had a very passionate conversation about war.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that war anymore, right?
That war. That's not even
No,
technically really a war. But
we're never gonna agree about it, and
is
it's kind of
is it a
depressing.
snack? Is it a food passion? Snack passion. A new flavor sensation? I predict snack. Oh no, I know what it is. I've been watching your streams. Yeah, hey, we should watch some. Like the whole episodes. I'm sure they have them available out there somewhere. It's your TLOTP obsession. TMFP obsession.
What is that?
And I was also wondering, hey, have you watched the new Anne of Green Gables too, the Netflix series that started in 2020? You would love that one. Welcome.
Hey, welcome, Shift.
Obsession Confessions.
He's having mic issues.
Shift.
She did try to ward us. Manage your expectations, he said.
Sifty.
Shift is not happening tonight.
She's playing with you. She's playing around.
No, I don't know. She could be. I really think it's her mic, because otherwise, I know her. She is passionate about this, and she would be launching into the obsession by now.
Yeah, this is my opportunity to talk dirty to her, and she can't say anything back.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hey.
I heard that. I heard that. Your mic works. I heard that.
So tell us about this new obsession.
Shift, I'm not going to talk dirty to you. I'm going to be respectful as hell, okay?
Oh, okay.
I think I just fixed it. All I got to do is...
I think they're worried about.
I just you into correction.
Wait, when I was like booping in and then I lost connection, so I'm like a minute behind, but I thought I heard you maybe figure out what my passion is, Jeff.
Ooh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Sorry to laugh at your inability to breathe.
TLO.
Sorry.
TMFP.
Yeah.
And I had asked you if you had seen Anne of Green Gables as well, the Netflix series.
No, but I've heard of her. I've heard of her. Wait.
Yeah, nobody saw that but you, Jeff. Nobody saw that but you.
Oh, wait,
Well,
that's different.
Yeah, and it shows too, because you have to have a certain taste to watch it.
Is that different than Green Acres is a place to be?
Yeah, way different.
Ava Gabor. Yeah, go for it.
They play her as a neurodivergent, gifted child trying to adjust to normal.
Isn't it like
whatever time period they were? But it was a similar time period.
Okay.
My friend's dad literally died watching Green Acres one morning in front of the whole family. He was sitting in a chair watching. This was probably like in the, I don't know when, like
back when they died watching TV.
When was that show on? In the 60s?
I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, it's like sleep. It's like you want to go in your sleep. You want to go.
That is the way, right?
You want to go watching TV.
Watching TV.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. What? Tell us about your obsession for those who may not know.
Again, I knew the show existed. I'm sure I've seen it. Now I'm getting it fed to me in 2 to 3 minute increments, completely out of context. And just in the format of reels. So I'll be like watching random other things, and then all of a sudden I get a blast to the past, and all of a sudden I'm on the prairie. But the show got me when, all of a sudden when a blind person got their vision back, care of explosion. I mean, they don't make TV like that anymore.
Sure don't.
What
Have
do
you
you think
gotten
of
to the lesbian yet? Her
what?
what's her face? Nettie, the mean girl.
I've definitely encountered her. I'm also not speaking to someone in my real life because they called me Nelly, and I am certainly not.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Urban Ninja. Shout out. Good
Shout
to see
out.
you. So well yeah, dude, I am totally up for like binge watching the whole series.
Oh my gosh, can you find like a full episode? I really think it'd be
Yeah, they do. They
beneficial.
have it. And I'm sure they have them. That way you won't like you can have the linear version and it won't be in these little
Yeah.
clips.
I'm like very unlinearly experiencing this because one minute they're kids and then the next minute they're like adults, and it's very but oh my gosh, yo, I saw Shannon Doherty in an episode. She's on the prairie. She was a very disturbed child on the prairie.
It must have been a
Spoiler,
young child.
yeah, she wanted to go to heaven real bad. Just FYI. I saw a messenger pigeon, a real one.
What do you
This
mean
guy,
a real one?
well, I
Like
don't
it had
know.
a pigeon with something tied to his leg?
Well, so like a little boy brought it over to little Shannon Doherty, and he was like, "You
Oh,
know
on
how
the movie, a real
in the
movie
show,
on the fake TV show.
in the show, he was like." He's like, you'd be doing, this is not what he said, but this is what he meant. He's like, you'd be doing me a real solid if you had a job for my bird. It could real sure use the exercise, I reckon. Like shit like that.
I know how that bird feels.
Yo, I want to pick up on all the lingo and I just want to start like flinging it at people. Just,
They probably
you're
have
a
a little house role playing game. I'm sure.
oh my gosh, I reckon we should
RPG.
totally start doing that. We should just fling the lingo at people and just expect them
I
to
wanna be a
know what we're
lumberjack.
talking about. Yo,
I
oh
wanna
my
be
gosh,
a
you have the flannel. You have
If
the
somebody
flannel.
fucks with me, I have the axe.
Oh my god, everybody looks like untrackable on that show.
And
There's like four guys.
we can do a campaign where we have to
Hold
like
on, Pratt.
keep
Hold
saying
on,
Old
Pratt.
Yeller and keep him from being killed.
I've seen like four guys that look exactly like untrackable, and I'm like, which one are you?
We were just talking about that earlier. If you saw him at the grocery store, I'm like, you're on YouTube enough where if somebody saw you at the grocery store, they would be like, look, that's Track from YouTube.
Or they'd be like,
All right,
you're one of
y'all,
the
my friend
one of
is
the
coming
neighbors.
on. My Twitter friend is on.
I don't
What's
know.
up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think. Talk a little bit.
Can you hear me?
yeah, no.
Kind of.
If
What's
only we could
bro?
hear you.
You look ghostly,
What the fuck
like a
does
ghostly
that
Santa.
mean?
What's up?
Ghostly Santa, right, bro? Right. I got that old man beard going on. I have no
Oh
idea.
wait, you're a
I
little
told you
low.
from
Let me
Twitter,
try to turn you up.
and
Man,
I
it's
was
been
always-
forever.
Yeah. It's like, am I still on Twitter? I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there you
You're
go.
like untrackable in the future.
This is
The
way more
future.
fun than the video game I was playing.
What's been going on?
Bro, that is
It sounds like a lot.
I cannot hear him anymore.
Oh, I think you went out. You muted somehow. Yeah, you went silent.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot
Is that
better.
Okay. Yeah. So Apple does this thing where it's like, we're going to use your phone as a microphone. I'm like, bitch, I got ear pods in. Use that.
What's a catch? What's happening?
Not much, man. How the hell have you been? It's been a bit. Well, our spheres in Twitter have diverged.
Nobody's on Twitter anymore. At least
It's
none
not,
of
you
those
know,
people.
none of the old gang for sure, man. Like back at like the 2020 gang, that gang just ain't around. Most of them got smart and got the fuck off the internet. That's what they did.
Yeah, I did mostly. I shifted to YouTube.
I have mostly actually as well, and dude, the more I work with AI, the more I'm like off the internet.
What are you doing with AI now?
Not getting paid, unfortunately.
I thought you were, because
'Cause
you helped train some of them, right?
yeah, well, the problem is in the past couple of years, the internet has basically just been the internet companies, the tech company, the tech world has just been dumping fucking bodies, man. They've just been laying everybody off.
I thought they were
And
bringing in all the in
no,
HB visa
well,
thing.
well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, so, like, if you're from India and you got H-1B visa, you're getting a job. If you're an American, good fucking luck. It just ain't happening. Yeah, it's brutal, man. Dude, I ain't been, so my company, I ain't even paid in like 2 fucking years. And I put
How could
I
a
put like
company not pay you? That's weird. I would get a different company.
it's because they got funded. Well, I've been trying to get a different company, but there ain't no companies hiring Americans.
Wait, I don't
That's
know
the
For what you
problem.
do?
Bye-bye.
Yeah, because
Wait,
like you
what
just
you
said, it's
wait?
the H1, but they got the visas. They're hiring Indians. They ain't hiring Americans.
So is
Why the
this
fuck they
white
gonna
man
hire an American
discrimination?
when
We
they
were
gonna
talking
hire?
about this the other day.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I mean it's American
Get with me on
discrimination.
Discord so we can coordinate and we can start our marathon. And anybody else into Little House on the Prairie.
Why is
So
everybody flipping birds? Is this a thing? Like, what are we
I don't
doing?
know.
Like, I can be like Eminem, baby.
Look,
Yeah, no,
you
it's
got
just
a
been,
tech
it's
job.
been, no, but it's like all the major tech companies. So here's what went down. Musk bought Twitter, laid off 2/3 of the fucking company, and it didn't fall apart. And then so all of the other major tech companies went, fuck, we can do that too. And then so there has been massive layoffs for like 3 years now. And then add to that what AI has done for tech. And it's just multiplied it. And so there's just massive layoffs after layoffs after layoffs. And it's like, so, there's jobs, but they're very few and far between. And most of them are going to foreigners. And the ones that aren't, like, bro, I mean, I can't tweet my own horn. Like, I'm not horrible, but at the end of the day, like, when someone's got Facebook or Twitter on their resume, I ain't getting seen, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
So it's just
peculiar.
been, yeah, because they've laid off like a half of the fucking tech sector in the past 3 years. If you look at the graph of tech jobs, available tech jobs versus available tech employees over the last 5 years. Like after COVID, there was this big like surge of like everybody trying to hire tech. And then starting in 22, 23, it just went off the shelf and no one is hiring American tech workers at this point. Like, why
What do you
would you
think
when
is
you
gonna
can
happen?
hire?
So it's not that there's no jobs, it's that they're not filling them with
Well, it's kind of that there's no jobs. It's because they inflated a bunch of fucking work. They inflated a bunch. Remember in 2019, 2020, we all heard that learn to code. Like they inflated that industry.
Look, what do you do? This guy's company is hiring.
What do I do?
Yeah,
Personally?
like, well, no, like what kind of work are you looking for? What's your skill?
Anything between machine learning. So I come from a communication signals intelligence background, and I've been in AI now for 5-6 years, I guess. I did AI school in 2020 because COVID killed my previous job, and but yeah, so I specialize in freaking like essentially data science, signals intelligence, that kind of thing. My specialty with machine learning has been computer vision, so doing object detection pipelines, detection, traction, identification type things. And but at the end of the day, though, like that shit is just cakewalk now. Like, right? Like, dude, like I don't even write code anymore because I can just
you
have
write
AI write
Python
it.
scripts?
Dude, I've been getting into Rust, but yeah, Python a lot of Python. I have been trying to do more manual data science type shit because I think that AI is a powerful tool, but I think it's flawed, and I think there's going to be we're going to learn a very hard lesson by relying on it. And so I've been trying to keep my skills up with doing the data science Python stuff. But at the end of the day, like, dude, like I don't write code anymore because I just tell the AI, hey, here's the function I want. I want to take in this data and I want it to do this and then give me this back. And then it just generates the 500 lines of code. It's insane.
But
We
need
live.
humans.
What's that?
We need humans that can do that.
Yeah, well, so needing that and people paying for it is a whole other thing. We're probably going to learn a hard lesson.
I was going to
Truth be
say,
told.
well, when you describe what you do, I was wondering how much
You know,
of that the AI can.
I mean, you know, depending on how you frame it, AI can do any and all of it, probably better than I can. But it's a matter of what's reliable, right? Like that's why I've been polishing my data science hands-on skills, learning and playing with data. Because at the end of the day, I think my projection, my hope, my fucking hope, is that we're going to realize and learn that this technology, as amazing and magical as it is not the end-all be-all that we think it is at the moment. And that is going to have us return back to people who know how to not only use the technology, but understand the technology underneath it, because we've kind of jumped ahead a bunch. Because there's just, I mean, at the end of the day, like, dude, like, I don't know how much you follow the AI tech world. Like these motherfuckers are trying to build a mechanical savior. Like they really think they're going to summon an entity that's going to save humanity.
That's almost too crazy even for you.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is what is happening.
I had a moment today. I'm a dog owner. I have a dog. That's my pet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she had a cyst on her face. Tell me how AI is going to grab that dog, chase that dog down, grab that dog, and release the pressure from the cyst in her face.
So there's a couple things here. Well, so there's a couple things. First off, AI is going to detect the formation of the cyst before it ever starts. So that's one thing, right? The ability to detect the formation of the cyst before it ever even begins, and then do things to prevent that, therefore, formation of the cyst. But let's take that, put that to the side. We have the cysts, and you have a dog, and it's like, okay, how do we deal with this cyst? Well, the AI is going to be able to determine whether or not this cyst is dealable or not, right? Is this like I have a dog right now, actually, it's a very loved family pet we've had for about a decade plus, who has a very large cyst growing on his shoulder. AI would be able to detect, is this a cyst that can be drained and healed, or is this a cyst that is cancerous and going to continue to be problematic no matter what? AI is going to be able to determine that much better than the human doctor would ever be able to do.
You think that's what? But how would it do it better when it can't even?
Because but you got to think about context, right? It's a matter of it's a matter of context, window, and knowledge. This is a thing that has access to all the knowledge ever and the ability to look at a much broader context window than we are capable of, right? So the average doctor, the average vet may look at that and based on his experience is going to make his determination, but an AI is going to look at that and be able to look at across all of the knowledge that has ever been attained within that realm and
But he's
all
not
of the
going to have
experience of every
knowledge,
vet.
direct knowledge of that dog's cyst, that particular cyst.
But it's not
And
about
the
that
human
direct
doctor
dog's
can
knowledge. It's
biopsy
going
it
to be,
and look at it and examine it.
but that's the thing though, is like it's not about that specific dog. It's not about that specific
has to
vet.
be.
It's about, but it's not. That's the
It has
thing.
to be.
It's
Like, that's
able
the
to
dog in
look,
question that needs
but it's
healing.
able to look at it's able to look at that across all. Think of it like this. It's a probabilistic determination spread, right? Like, so you have a statistical determination spread across anything like that. And it's able to look across all of that, which we as human beings aren't able to do.
Right,
So
but it
the-
has
you
to
know,
also be able to take that particular cyst and fit it into that context.
Yes.
It
Why
know
wouldn't it
that.
be able to do that? If a human being is able to, why wouldn't it be able to?
Because it can't.
All right.
How does it manipulate the cyst? Go ahead.
Well, it sounds like Untrackable's got a question, so yeah, or a point. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of will come full circle, but my dog is in pain. Leaky cyst on the face. I release the pressure. I get a bunch of junk out. I put peroxide on it, antiseptic. You can't really put a bandage on a dog's nose. It's not going to stick because tiny
the
little
dog. Yeah.
You just clean it up the best you can, and let them back to what they're doing. As far as solving a problem, if I take that dog to the vet, where am I? That could cost me $1,000 rather than a couple of paper towels and some rubbing alcohol just poured across the dog's face and handle peroxide or whatever it may be. Just handle that. The dog's not going to talk to me for a while, but I stopped you from getting worse and I relieved your pain. Same thing as being a homeowner. And this is where I'm going to land the plane is I don't need AI. AI is not going to stop my leaky faucet outside. But I can look on YouTube of people who have posted, hey, this is a very common failure with exterior faucets. If it looks like this, then go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go to Ace Hardware and get X, Y, and Z. And it's usually just a gasket, but you're better off changing the entire assembly and go and do that. I have done more for my household just by watching other people who are professionals that have posted videos and it's like, hey, you can save somebody's life. You don't have to call 911, brother. You just need to be and know what's going on.
For sure. And I would say, like, number one, I would say that is a great example of the amazing magic that has been the internet, right? Is the ability to look up and learn from others what you don't know so easily and readily, right? Like, if you think about it, like 50 years ago, you had to go and meet someone personally to know that. Nowadays, you're able to go on YouTube and find someone who may live on the other side of the planet that has a solution to your problem, but they got it and you're able to find it and look it up, right? Like there's a great story I love to give about the magic power of YouTube. That there was a village, and this is not a singular story. This happened multiple times, but like villages in Africa who were poor and dying, whose young men were able to use YouTube to learn how to do irrigation, to grow crops and to do other things, and were able to revitalize the village they lived in to make it a veritable paradise for all sense of purposes, right? And so I want to be very clear that, like, that you have that amazing, awesome magic technology that is there that we're already using, right? But I want to hone on one specific thing, because you mentioned taking your dog to the vet, correct? Right? With AI, you're not taking your dog to the vet. You're taking your dog to all the vets. It is a level up of expansion. I see you shaking your head. I see you shaking your head. No, but I'm telling you, that's absolutely what it is. You're not taking your dog to the vet. You're taking your dog to all the vets. And so you get a higher level of, what are you warning me, or what is this? What is this?
What's
I love you too.
Well,
What are you doing?
no, sir. I'm listening, but you say you're not taking to the vet. You're taking your dog to all of the vets. So that would insinuate in my brain that they have been educated by, the entirety of the internet. However, somebody has to physically perform on a living thing. So that would mean that me doing a YouTube search, or me finding AI information. Hey, my dog's face looks like this. What should I do? All of a sudden, I'm the vet. You understand?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm afraid I'm not following. How do you mean?
I'm already the vet. I'm already.
Well, if we're talking about using the internet as the means to gain knowledge and understanding, for sure. What I'm saying, though, is on the previous, let's say before AI on the internet, right? Like, you are looking up things and you're going to find solutions based on a couple of different things, but let's just narrow it down to your ability to discern, right? And the algorithms, what the algorithm, you go to Google and you're like, here's my problem. What can I find? What I'm saying is AI expands that context window when it comes and what it brings to you, right? So like before you go on Google, I'm having this issue, and the result you get back, you may get back several results from different vets, but you look at a solution from a particular vet. With AI, what I am saying is that it coalesces all of that into a particular response that includes all of the vets. So you aren't looking at this vet, or that vet. You're looking and getting a response back that includes all of the vets.
But they're not all going to agree.
Of course not. And the AI, and so how you use the AI, of course, is going to determine how well and how good the information response and information you get back is. But what I'm saying, though, is we're talking about an increase in a level of context, right? Because you're not Googling and getting a single piece of information back. You're asking a question and getting an answer based off on all of the information out there. It's about being able to organize. It's about being able to organize what's out there into a singular spot. Jeff, Untrackable, I don't know you, Jeff. Shit, his name's, hang on, give me a second. Vervaeke, Jim Vervaeke?
John Vervaeke.
Or John Vervaeke, yes. His whole thing, right, is relevance realization. It's about determining what is relevant. And that's what we're talking about, and what AI does.
Here's my problem. Help me with this, because if you took the dog to a vet, you are going to have someone that takes that specific dog and looks at it and examines it and collects data on it. this AI aggregate is not going to be able to examine the individual dog. So it has to, like, whatever information it's
Yeah, but
giving you
neither
has
is
to be
Google if you look things
referencing it
up
to that
either.
dog.
But
That's the
neither is
missing
Google if you look things up either.
track.
Right? Like, so I don't understand the distinction.
But most people are not going to treat their dog through looking up Google. They're going to take it to an actual person that can see the dog.
Right.
So, 'cause that's
But what I'm
superior
saying though
than
is
just describing it to Google.
for sure. Okay, so we're talking about. I'm sorry,
Wait,
Trackable.
let me let
Yeah.
Jack get in.
The difference is the effort that it takes to do whatever needs to be done, because
Sure.
you can AI, you can Google, you can you can do whatever internet search or whatever that you want to do. You can go back as far in all the search engines that you have to do to be like, hey, it looks like this, it smells like this, it's leaking like this, she's acting like this. You can give all the descriptors to all the search engines in all of existence, and what are they going to do? They're going to give you advice. You know what happens when you take to a practitioner is they're going to take from everything that they've learned throughout their entire education, and they might do the exact same thing. However, they are going to put hands on your animal. So
That's what I was saying. The AI can't see and touch the dog.
So I think you all are misunderstanding what I'm saying, though. I think you all are misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Maybe so.
You, in that opportunity, have your hands. You
still need
if you have education and you literally have to look this shit up, then you look it up, and it's like, hey, you're gonna have to put hands on your animal, but you got to pull off that old, and then you got to put on this ointment, and you're good to go.
I mean,
Yeah. So let me draw a distinction here, because like I agree, right? Like because OpenAI is never going to be able to put hands on your animal, right?
No, you're still going to need a human.
You need a human being to do that.
Tourniquet on your leg, and it's never going to storm a school for your kids.
But who is going to be able to perform better? Someone who has only their personal experience to draw on, or someone who has all the experience of vets and all of time ever to draw on? Which of those two are going to have a better outcome?
The one with both.
No, there is no both. It's an either or thing.
Yeah, you
right?
can have a really experienced person.
No. You're not understanding my question. Then I'm asking someone. Basically, I'm asking someone who refuses to use AI and someone who does. Right? Someone who refuses to use AI, which is like someone who refuses to use Google, versus someone who is going to utilize the experience outside of their own, right? Because that's what it boils down to, right? Like I don't know that I necessarily understand the argument of decision you're making here, right? Because the question is taking in focusing on the question of an animal in trial, right? So you have someone who is going to have nothing but their own experience that they can use to try and solve the problem, or someone who is able to draw on all the experience of vets across all time to draw on. Who is going to be able to solve the problem better?
I've been in this situation before, and that is training. So you train for certain situations. However, from what we understand,
we have trained for similar situations, sir. But yes,
and the situations that just so happen to be are never cookie cutter to the training. It is just, it's not about how it happens. It's just that it happened, right?
Right.
And
Right.
and I have been through trainings where put a tourniquet on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, put a
For sure.
if they're bleeding from the neck, put a tourniquet on it.
Bro,
They lost
better,
an arm,
better,
put a
better,
tourniquet
bro.
on it.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Put a fucking tourniquet on it. Just wrap it up and tie it tight, and we'll figure it out later. Why? Because there is absolutely nothing you can fucking do because the next one is you. You feel me?
For sure.
It's like the idea of pets, and I hate to have brought it there, but they are not us. They are pets, and we do our best for them. You're not roaming the streets, are you? And hey, I don't know what It could have been an ingrown hair, but it got bad. And I'm sorry, buddy, but I don't have $1,000 to take you to the vet. So I'm gonna rip it off your face. I'm gonna pour some liquid on it. You're gonna be okay.
I would at least ask AI. I'm with Urban on this one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
Run
think
it by the AI before you rip it.
I think the difference here is.
I think that is exactly how it goes down.
Can I ask a question? Untrackable. What is a better name to call you? Because untrackable is many syllables. Track word.
Yeah, just call me
Track. All right.
Just call me Track.
So
that's cool.
So I don't think you disagree with me with what I'm saying because I'm not and I understand, appreciate the pushback against the concept of AI, right? Because it is like, oh, bro, Jeff, that reminds me, I got to share a book with you that specifically actually talks about how transhumanism is essentially subverting the process of the orthodox concept of theosis, right? Like becoming, instead of man becoming like God, man becomes like machine. Yeah. But there's a book about it that was really good. I got to share with you, but not to go down that branch right now, Track, on your concept. Like I said, like at the end of the day, like we're talking about, to use your example, we've got a sick animal. Do you want, which would you forget everything else that we're talking about? And I ask you a question and I want to know an A or B, right? Do you want to rely on the experience of a single vet, or do you want to be able to access the experience of all vets ever? Right? What is going to most help you in your situation with your animal? The experience of a single vet or the experience of all vets ever? Because I think the answer to this is obvious, and I think you would agree with me, correct?
I think it's a false dichotomy.
What's the false dichotomy?
Because I would want a single vet with experience that had the ability to access all these.
No, I'm not saying that there's no single vet involved. I'm simply saying that the best, like, okay, so let's say you go to a vet A or vet B. Vet A refuses to use technology, and Vet B, let me finish real quick. Vet A refuses to use technology, and Vet B is going to use Chat GPT to help him determine what to do.
Vet B might be fresh out of school with no experience, and the other vet may have like 50 years of experience. And
okay, but at what point are we cutting hairs? But at what point are we cutting hairs, though, right? Like, I agree. The person with 50 years of experience versus the person with 1 year of no experience in ChatGPT, right? Like, I agree. But all things else considered, it's because it's about access to experience and knowledge, right?
Yeah,
that's what we boil it down to.
May I answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, please, treat. Yeah.
Okay, so if I have the ability to take my dog to the vet and create a big bill, and whoever is on staff at the time treat my dog, and whatever the outcome is, versus AI, which has the ability to have every vet ever give me advice to which I am capable of performing the same procedure of, cleaning, because this is my dog. It's
Sure.
not your dog. So she's going to hate it, but at least she trusts me. She knows who feeds her. She knows who walks her. She knows all these things about me. She knows who she sleeps with, all these things. But when it comes to taking care of her pain, I am the one that can fulfill this procedure, no matter how painful and disgusting it may be. She can hide from me all she wants afterwards, but if we get this done, you're good to go. Versus $1,000 bill that I can't afford. Versus, hey, old Yeller, let's go have a talk.
Oh, you just brought some 6-year-old PTSD out in me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeller, man.
Do you do it yourself? Do you take care of business? Do you learn from those who know? Okay. Yeah,
But I'm not disagreeing. But I'm not disagreeing. It's a matter of
that will do it for less. They probably have
think of it like this, though. But think of it like this, though. Like the distinction I'm making is not man versus machine.
AI is not the devil. It is knowledge. It's not gonna put your hand. It's not gonna put the hands on the kid when they need a Band-Aid. It's not gonna pull the tooth out. It's not gonna, bury the dog. It's not going. AI isn't going to bury the dog.
Yeah, no, I don't think we disagree. I think we're misunderstanding each other in some ways, but I don't think we disagree, right? Like, because AI is because I'm not saying the AI is going to replace the vet. I am simply saying that the vet that uses AI is probably going to have better results than the vet who doesn't.
If they use it intelligently.
Well, I mean, okay, but now we're cutting hairs, right? Yeah, for sure. Right. If they use it intelligently, right? But no. But hold on, let me counter that point, Jeff. Because if the vet is going to use the AI retardedly, they would use the same knowledge sources that vets who don't use AI just as retardedly, right? Am I wrong? Like, because you're saying that, like, basically, is the vet dumb? Right? Is a dumb vet going to do that? I'm not saying AI is going to make a dumb vet better.
Ideally, you want a skilled vet that is willing to access.
But you would agree a skilled vet is going to be better with AI, right?
It can augment his skill.
Let's please
for sure
not let's please not put too much into extremities, because yes, it looks like this and your assumption of this, but if simple first aid, pop a pimple, put a Band-Aid on it, move on. Why go to the ER? You feel me?
100%. Yeah. No, I think like I said, like Jeff, you're like, yeah, for sure. A dumbass vet is going to use A poorly.
you as an individual would have to have gone through some sort of recognition process of that's not that serious, or that is serious. I know how to prepare you, like a triage type of thing, so that way when they get here, they can just snatch you up and take you in, or a long-term type of thing like cancer. Like, hey, the dog sniffed you and said, maybe you should go get checked out. It's like, you, well,
Track, can I ask you an unrelated question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Army or Navy?
Army.
Y'all are
felt
good. What was the what?
Well, I assumed Army because he's not pretty enough to be Navy.
You haven't
he
seen him
knows
down his
exactly
beard.
what I'm talking about. No. Look at that motherfucking smile. He knows exactly
You
what
want
I'm
to
talking about. Bro, I'm a Marine. What are you talking about? We're fucking mud eaters, bro.
That's all
No,
right.
sorry, Track. May
totally
I ask?
gay.
Hold on, Track. May I ask some of your history? Like you definitely did some Rangers, but I'm wondering if there's a little bit more past that. It seems like because I've got some time in that realm myself, and I'm just curious.
I'm a simple dude,
bro. Yeah, I feel
simple
you.
dude.
Oh wow! I don't think we've ever
Yeah.
seen
I'm a
those.
simple dude.
That doesn't look simple.
Well, I got half of those. They ain't special.
I was a cook. Bro.
That's where you started, baby. That's where you started, man.
No, I was a cook the entire time. 6 years. Cook.
Yeah. That's all you did was 6?
Specialist.
You definitely got Army written all over you, though.
That's all I did.
It was a pleasure meeting you. All you did, yeah, I heard that.
Probably did your mom too.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
It's okay.
Man, Jeff, hold on. I don't want to take us at Jeff, bro. So I have you on my calendar every Friday night. I have a calendar thing for you. I've had it for like 2 years now, I think.
Oh, is that where we used to all hang out?
Yeah, from back in the day, right? And I've had it, and I've just never fucking, because life. And so I just want to say it's good to see you, bro, man. I'm glad to see you're still doing your thing, man. It's still good. I was just telling you about so buddy I served with, he's a therapist now for PTSD vets and shit. And I was telling about you just the other day, actually. Because I came across this other guy on Twitter and joined a space. And it was literally like I joined it just out of boredom the other night. And it was literally like I had no idea what I was coming into. And I joined it. And it was a bunch of dudes who were a bunch of people who were very obviously veterans. And it became very obvious very quickly that it was just a space for people to say things out loud that they very obviously had nowhere else to say them. And it reminded me of what you did during COVID. And so anyway, I saw my buddy wrote about it. And I was like, dude, reminded me of this. I was like, dude, this guy, Jeff, I was like, he ran a fucking 24-hour Zoom room for like months during COVID just to make sure that some people had somebody to talk to. And so, dude, it's just awesome to see you still doing your thing, man. I hope things are well. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I see you on Twitter all the time. You still show up in my feeds, but we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah, I'm not on there as much, and I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to get off.
You're not posting as much
crazy
crazy conspiracy stuff as you used to, though.
It's because all that shit became real.
Oh.
I mean, let's not lie. Right. I'm still waiting, dude. Aliens getting announced later this year. You know what's coming. No, I just fucking, I don't. I'm just trying to focus on shit. Like, dude, like I said, I've been working for a company that I have been paid for like a year and a half now at this point.
I don't
And
understand how that is even possible. How
yeah, it's
come
what happens. It happens because Trump got
you need to go
elected and
get
the
your money?
entire fucking, well, if they ever pay for
Well,
shit,
it's
the
not working
government,
for him. I hope he's still not
dude,
with
the
them.
government owes us about $500,000 and they ain't paying it. And then you
Well,
have
good luck
everything
with
else
this,
going
Jeff.
on. Dude, the economy is on an ice line right now, right? Because everybody who has money is terrified to spend it. Because nobody knows what's about to happen. Everybody
Because of
knows
AI or the war or both.
all of the above and more.
Mm.
All of the above and more. Yeah,
Most
nobody
of
knows
it's
what the fuck's about to happen. Like they've completely. So first off, the defense industry in this country has shifted 180 degrees in the last year. Like Boeing, L3, all the old players, like they're out, right? Like they're gone. Whatever has happened in the last year has completely shifted the economic field with
Boeing
defense
just is
spending.
on a big hiring spree here right now.
No, they're not. They just laid
Yes,
off
they are.
fucking 5,000 people.
No, I'm serious.
I'm sure they're
every
hiring some people, but they just
on with
laid off
Boeing because they're
5,000
hiring
people.
right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're hiring some people, but they just laid off 5,000 people. They're going. Boeing will not. I don't think Boeing will exist come 2035. L3 for that matter probably won't make it to 2040. They've and I think, and I do not know this. This is pure speculation on my part. But I think it has to do because of their connections to whatever the fuck is about to be announced about alien shit. Because they were the big guys. No, I know it fucking sounds ridiculous and stupid, but they were the ones they were the big balls
Trying to make it obvious.
involved in the last 80 years with shit, right? Like they were the ones that had access. And they have withheld that access from everybody else, and they're about to lose their balls for it. And I think they know it. And I think that's what's happening is everybody realizes that the entire economic and technological landscape is shifting. Right? AI is a sideshow to what's happening with
To
everything
the
else.
aliens. It would be. I mean, if we had actual aliens.
Yeah. No, it's not
Iran
aliens.
and-
I don't think it's aliens per se. I think it's antediluvians, right? Like we're gonna hear about Atlanteans and all these other pre-human civilizations. Like I'm telling you, it sounds fucking insane, but like
It really does.
that's what makes sense to me. That's what makes sense to me.
Not
Because
insane, but not
But,
very grounded.
no, it's insane, bro. Like it's insane.
That makes very much sense to me because everything is a sideshow if it's not me. If it's you, if it's yours, if it's something happens to somebody next to me, guess what? It's not me.
It's a sideshow.
And the only thing I can do is take care of me. And the only way I can be good to others is to take care of me. So,
Track, are you on Twitter?
No, I'm not.
No?
It's still Twitter for you.
Okay, it's still Twitter.
That's how I know who's
It's
old
always
school.
Twitter. It's always Twitter.
Yeah.
It was the dumbest fucking thing Musk ever did. We're gonna change the name.
I never call it
Fuck
that.
you
I
are.
forget it.
It will always be Twitter. That shit will be Twitter to the day it dies. Even in official records, when people are like, it's still Twitter/X, right? It will always be Twitter. It was so stupid for him to try and do that.
You know, I've gone down that narcissistic road of, hey, self-importance, and hey, who the hell are you? Well, I'm nobody if I don't take care of myself, and I'm useless to you. as a team member or a good person in society if I don't take care of myself. So yeah, my selfishness, I try to justify in that manner.
It's pro-social.
Jeff, I have a question for you, but I want to ask one first. Are people watching, or is it just us?
We got people watching. Got
How many?
over 10.
Oh, damn, that's a lot of people.
You
I
think
wanted
it's
to
so?
ask
Are you worried?
Well,
Are you
no,
worried
because it's
good thing you're sitting in the
yes,
dark.
bro, I'm always worried. When you call my, I work in the fucking dark. No, so one of the things I was curious about, because it was something that we used to I don't know, we talked about some back in the day, because like we were talking about what's going on and the goings on in the modern news cycle. The whole thing with Israel has fucking blown my mind. Like Jeff, you talking about seeing me on Twitter? Still, you seen where I'm at with James Lindsay?
Are you still pro? You were defending him for a while.
Oh, that motherfucker went straight up crazy with Israel.
Like crazy how? Pro-Israel?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I don't know if you've
I
seen
get
him much recently.
crazy on Israel myself. But I
How
always have
so?
been. I'm just consistent. I haven't changed my whole life.
How so though? Like pro?
I've always been pro Western democracy, functioning Western democracy.
I have my Marine Corps background has caused me to consider things that I don't like considering. I don't know how I am. So I'm not anti-Israel, right? Because that's always a big thing. It's like because that's his thing now.
Were you ever pro-Israel? But before, like, did you change?
I was. I guess you could say so. Like I was not like pro rah Israel, like right because I was American. I was a Marine, right? Like Israel was the ally, and I've just kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, what is this about? And what's been interesting to me though is the reaction to me not being rah Israel. That's what fucking really has interested me and caught my attention over the past few years. It's not because I'm still not anti-Israel, but the fact that I'm not rah Israel and people turn around like all of a sudden I'm supporting terrorists, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Is this
It's been
Twitter?
very interesting to watch.
Twitter reactions?
Twitter and real life.
Oh, real life too.
Yeah.
Because I know people have strong opinions about
It's very religious. It's very well because Israel is very tied into American evangelism, evangelicals, right? Like it's
like
very, very, very heavily tied into American Christianity. Because so what's that?
Are you still Orthodox?
I would not put that label to myself because I've not been baptized, but that is definitely let's say the bubble I'm in.
Okay.
But that was the thing though, is because I've lost a lot of friends because orthodoxy is so at the end of the day, what it boils down to is in orthodoxy. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. You said you lost a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because of the shit that you've said versus like actually losing friends. So let's be careful here. Let's be careful here. Because
how do you mean?
Hey, how do I mean? Those people still exist. They just stopped talking to you based off of your beliefs. I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm not. It's not a claiming of sides, but you didn't lose those friends.
But on Twitter, you might as well.
No, well, no. So to clarify, like on Twitter, but also in real life, I have lost people who refuse to talk to me anymore because my opinions have changed on this matter. Because and the simple thing that it boils down to is, in the traditional Christian perspective, the church is Israel. And in American Christianity, Israel refers to this modern nation state. And I'm not looking to argue one way or the other here or anything like that, but that is the distinction that causes a rift amongst a very strong rift that I was like I said, I was very surprised how strongly
what's the
some
rift?
of my friends, because basically,
I mean, it is
saying,
a modern nation.
well, because basically saying that, so per the ancient Christian teaching, the church is Israel, right? The Israel of God is the church. That is the Christian teaching. But to say that, to claim that, apparently, according to American evangelicals, is to deny Jews their Judaism, and it's anti-Semitic. And so I me neither. What's that?
I said I don't understand. I don't understand the controversy.
Because it's a contention between basically it's contention between the identity of who Israel is, right? Because there is the belief in the saying that modern Jews who live in Israel, right, that the nation state of Israel is the Israel referred to in the Bible, but pre-1940 Christianity claimed that Israel was the church. So it is a contention between who is the Israel of God, right? Is it the church, right? Those who follow Christ, or is it Jews who have yet to find Christ and are still in exile and then blah, 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 whatever. Like, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not ready.
This seems like a weird thing to end a friendship over. Were these like really devout?
I mean, I would agree, right? I was very surprised when people like, dude, people fucking cut me out of their lives over it. I was very surprised about it.
This becomes a question. It's like, where does religion, where is religion mentioned in your general orders?
Wow, we're talking about general orders for a Marine. That's a whole other thing.
So, are you a Marine or are you not a Marine?
I'm a Marine.
So, are you a warrior of God or are you a Marine?
I believe the two are the same, although I will admit that I have been finding some, let's say I've been struggling with the issue of serving two masters.
Yeah. So are you a warrior or are you a warrior?
I'm a warrior. Whether or not I'm a warrior of God or a warrior of America, I hope to be both.
Okay then. Are you a father?
I am.
So how about put that first?
Try to.
Forget the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Forget global politics. Forget forget everything. Put that first, because you can take everything that you've ever learned and be that warrior rather than separating yourself and being someplace that maybe you shouldn't be.
Dad,
mentally.
Well, no. So yeah, I mean, I agree 100%, and I did that, and at the end of the day, my daughter don't want much to do with me.
What? I thought she was living with you for a while.
This is a recent thing, man.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, she, dude, there's some things I won't say since this is publicly available and recorded. Let's just say that.
I mean to call you out like that.
No, you're good, bro.
That's
No, no. You're all good, bro. No worries. No, I'll just leave it at this. It's just that, I think Track, you would understand how there are some people who don't quite understand the world we live in and have lived in. You know what I mean? And
I grew up without my dad.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And I still turned out to be appreciative of him. So it may take some time.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
She's a teenager.
I'll say this. Yeah, she'll be 14 this year, and so I'll say this. I'm not angry at her. I'm angry at her mother, and I'm angry at my mother. And I won't go into details in a public forum.
Stop being angry. Stop being angry.
Man,
stop being.
I try, man. I'm trying. I don't know how to stop being angry.
You don't fight it, first of all.
That's
what you're feeling. Just
this is who we are. This is who we are. This is what we've done. This is what we have to do.
I actually thank you.
I'm sorry. Don't be angry.
No.
Don't ever put blame on somebody else.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her in any sense.
And don't blame yourself either. This is where we are. This is what we have to do.
It's hard not to blame myself.
It's tough.
I'm not gonna lie. It's really hard to not blame myself.
Hey, this is who we are. This is what we have to do. This is the moment we're in. This is what needs to be done. This is what so-and-so needs. This is what so-and-so gets. And it may not match up all the time. It's not going to match up. It's not going to be equal. It's not going to be necessary. There are going to be these moments where more is needed, but there's not enough. There's going to be these moments where, time just doesn't line up, and it's going to look so bad. But that is not eternity. That is just right now. That is just right now.
That's what I tell myself, man, is she's young, and it's like, here's the thing. A really good friend of mine, my boss, actually, his daughter was 22 and she passed away a year ago. And so, it's like it sucks, the current situation, but at the end of the day, my daughter's alive, and that is not the case for my buddy. And so that's what I tell myself, right? Like, regardless of the reasons for the current situation, at the end of the day, she is alive and I'm alive. And so that always allows for potential in the future. And every time I start to feel doubt about it, I remind myself about the fact that my buddy, whose daughter was only 22, passed away just a year ago. And so I remind myself that, it can always be fucking way worse, right? Because it's one thing for your 13-year-old to say, I don't want anything to do with you. It's another thing for your 22-year-old daughter to die. And one of those two is always better. and so that's what I hang on to, and it is what it is. And you know what? And it's like I'm not. I could bitch till the fucking moon comes around twice about all the issues, but at the end of the day, it could be worse. And that's where I hang my hat.
All you can be in this entire world is you. Yes.
This world don't like me though.
No, hey. You are doing just fine. You created and you created a blessing upon this earth. You created life. You did what you were biologically sent here to do. The people that put the other things upon you, and those who say, "Hey, you owe me," or something like that, it's like, hey, I gave you everything. I gave you life. It took me a long time to accept my father, but I didn't treat him the way that my siblings did. They said, gimme. You owe me, you owe me, you owe me. I said, hey, man, I just want to talk to you. And we got stuck in traffic. He drove a Miata. And we got stuck in traffic in Maryland, going to see DC.
Oh, well, that's
So you got two tall guys stuck in a Miata, and I said, hey, what was the deal with you and Mom? I said, hey, that was our relationship. It doesn't have to be yours. And all of a sudden, I had it was a lot more than that, but
I mean, it always is. Like the short version of mine is like me and my daughter had always kind of had like a good relationship, and then she hit middle school a couple years ago, and she struggled because she is middle school, and essentially what went down last year is she was struggling, and her mother got a therapist, and then apparently the therapist decided that the solution was to cut my entire family out of her life. And so that's where we are. I don't know how the fuck that works, but apparently that's what therapy is now. So
after a therapist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a therapist, and then like within months, man, it was like, oh, Kaylin doesn't want to be over there as much. I was like, what the fuck? Why? She feels odd. I'm like, why does she feel odd? I don't know. She just does. And I was like, was it because maybe you're making it odd? And then a couple months later, she didn't want to be over here at all. And like now, it's the point. Like she just, I ain't heard from.
So you don't even really know what the issue is.
Nope. I don't know a fucking thing. Apparently, she might do. My ex-wife got a therapist, and all of a sudden, I became my family.
Maybe it was toxic masculinity.
That's exactly probably what it was, to be honest. Because I called my therapist, who is a former Marine buddy I served with, and I was like, "Bro, this just happened," and he told me, he was like, "There ain't shit you can do, man." He's like, "I hate to tell you," he's like, "but your story is one I hear every fucking week."
Yeah, no,
he's
there's
like,
all
dudes
kinds
losing
of
their. Yeah, he is like, dudes. He's like, every fucking week I hear from guys whose mothers of their children get therapists, and all of a sudden the kids don't want nothing to do with them. It's because they're actually like just fucking cutting us off from them. So that's it is what it is.
That's why I speak the way that I do. Is because from the time I was 3 years old, that's about when my parents got divorced.
That's when you know what?
My mother never had a nice thing to say. and I got to see my father about once a year for a weekend. It was either Christmas or Easter
Man,
or
the world's so fucked up.
that there's 2 days a year. People get to see their kids 2 days a month or every other week, some shit like that. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's like it goes down like that.
Everything's so fucked up now, man. But
Yeah,
hey, I'm looking.
but
Dude. It's
I found a way to respect the man that created me. I can't give that. I clearly can't give it to my siblings. I cannot give that to my siblings. There's 6 of us that he created. I cannot give that to them. I found a way to take 2 days a year and be like, this man is my man. He created.
Dude, I'm
me.
spending so much time now just trying to not be so angry to fucking kill him.
You have therapists?
What's that?
You have a therapist?
I have my Marine buddies. That's more than a therapist can do. But yeah, one of them, my main buddy, is an actual trained therapist. That's who I go to. That's who I talk to when I need to.
And don't give up hope at all, because A, she's young, and B, if it's because of this therapist, that could wear off.
Yeah, I don't, and I'm trying to, and I just decided, I was like, fuck it. I was like, you know what? Fine, fuck it. I'm just gonna try and live my life and like get my shit back together. There's a whole long story. I'll tell you some other time. I just realized it's like 12:30 and I need to get to fucking bed. But yeah, man, it's and like I said, what I think what broke my heart is and I call my buddy Rope. I was in Iraq with him. He's a trained therapist and he's been my therapist for many years now. And so I was just like, dude, I was like, this happened. What the fuck do I do? And he was like, I ain't got no good news, man. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I hear this story multiple times a week. Dudes who are trying to be fathers of their daughters, and the mothers get therapists, and they just drive wedges between them. He was like, at the end of the day, he was like, if you're trying to be a man, you are the enemy, and there ain't nothing you can fucking do about it because the entire system is set up against you. He's like, if you try and talk to the therapist, it will be counted against you. He's like, if you try and say something to the daughter, it'll be counted against you. He was like, just be very careful about what you do. He's like, just let it do what it's going to do. And the thing is like, if I were to text my daughter or something, right? Like I would probably get a response back. Like it'd be something fucking bullshit, nothing. But she would still respond. Like he was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, my daughter won't even fucking respond to me at this point. His daughter is 18. Yeah, his daughter's 18, won't even respond to him. And apparently he was like, you know what? He's like, you want to know what she's angry at me about? I was like, what? He's like, because I wouldn't let her go to school during COVID. He was like, the fucking school was closed, but somehow I'm the problem. So
no, sir. No, sir. The education will always be the problem. You will always blame from. That is exactly what children will do. That is exactly what soldiers will do. That is exactly what. Why am I fucked up? Blame the Marine Corps. Blame the Army. Blame. Hey, but you made me this way.
Marine Corps. I ain't fucked up.
So how about this? When in this situation, one of the best ways that I've seen to maintain is on holidays, whether it be birthday, Christmas, I don't know what religion you practice, but St. Patty's Day, the 4th of July, just put a card in the mail. It's a one-way message. It's a one-way message that says, I love you and I hope you enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. You will never be wrong. You will never be wrong for that. It is a one-way message with no expectation of reply, but it is your way of saying, I love you. I
That is the
still
plan
recognize
right
you.
now. The problem is, I was like, last time I talked to her, and this is what, because this is what annoys me, is because this is her mother and her. Because last time I talked to her, I asked her about coming over again. She was like, I just need space. Give me space. I'm like, okay, I'll give you space. And so I've been giving her space. It's been about 6 or 7 weeks. And I have heard from other people, because I'm like, I ain't heard shit from her. And apparently my daughter's response is like, well, it's not all on me. I'm like, wait, so she tells me she wants me to give her space, but now the issue is that I'm not reaching out.
That's a game.
So yeah, exactly. That's my thing. I'm like, and so I'm kind of like hanging back. We're gonna see. My birthday is in a fucking 10 days, and I'm gonna see what happens. But like, if I hear something from her or whatever, the first time I hear something from her about like, well, you've not reached out, I'm gonna tell her, you told me to give you space. And I'm gonna be real honest, like this whole like give me space, oh, you've not reached out to me. I'm gonna flat out tell her that's that gaslighting shit your mother does.
Say,
I want nothing to
yeah,
do with it.
I'm
So
sorry.
that's a good boundary to draw. And
yeah,
dude,
but
the anger is
gentlemen,
completely normal. I would be pissed too if my daughter went to some therapist stranger that didn't even
dude,
know
it
me, and all
is
of a sudden they
so
broke up.
fucking. But gentlemen, it is late here, and I want to say, Track, it has been a pleasure meeting you, Jeff. Love as always, brother. I'm gonna make sure we talk soon again. It has been too long. It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm glad
glad,
you dropped
glad.
by.
Yeah, man. So, you gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. But I gotta go grab some food and hit the rack because it's late as
It
fuck here.
sounds like it. All right. Well, have a good
So,
night.
y'all have a great evening, man.
You too. Okay. Well, how are you? You ready to call it?
I'm doing I'm doing really good. It was nice to talk to that man.
Yeah, that's an old Twitter friend. We used to do Zooms on Twitter with Twitter people before I started doing YouTube. So he goes way back. Well, what do you want to wrap up
Yeah,
on?
yeah, I'll wrap up on this.
Wrap up on this.
So I'll wrap up on dropping everything. Um, I feel touched. Um, to have the ability to what is it, to coordinate uh, with other people in and their experiences. Uh, I feel loved. Uh, by the opportunity that I saw the sunrise. Uh, this morning, and I saw it. It's set in the evening, and I look forward to tomorrow, uh, and each and every person that I get to spend time with. Uh, that they have such abilities and and goals set forth uh, within themselves that I cannot even comprehend. I want the best for everybody. So if I can make that so simple, uh, it won't be, but that is what we do every day. Is like we try, but some people say you don't try, you do. You don't try to wake up in the morning. You fucking wake up in the morning. You don't try to do your job. You do your job. You don't try to make this person laugh. You make this person laugh. You don't try to make this person cry. You make them cry. You spend your life doing. Trying just doesn't cut it. So I love each and every one of you. And that's not a try. That is me being honest to each and every one of you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with the. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Track. Have a good night and have a good sunrise. Good to see. All right, folks. I think that's it for tonight. We had a nice full night and day. I'll be out tomorrow, usual time, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, for more conversation. Ooh. See everybody then. Take care, everybody.